Well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we finally done made it to the Friday Night Madness with AFN. Hey, this your boy, KSTYLZ, the sixth man. Hey, appreciate the love. And look who we got to the stage left on my side over here is Mr. Mike Sports, the mad scientist. You already know what it is. Like I said, had a little technical difficulties, but we finally got this thing out the way right here. I hope everybody's doing okay that's tuning in to this show tonight. We got plenty of people in the chat already. What's going on, Mike? How we doing this evening?
Hey man, doing all good, man. Doing our thing, get this madness, this Friday Night Madness going. We'll start this mug off properly.
Proper. How the Triple H you do it? Proper. All right, so everybody know what the deal is, how we start these shows off. We can't start these shows off without the shout-outs going on here. Like I said, what I see here in this chat right now, we got KSTYLZ Sports and Gaming in the building. The Nation, what's happening, bro? How we doing? YMOF Jamal. Got that Dynamite, Mr. Motivator. Ghost Peppers, Joseph Thornton. Asia Green, what's going on, lady? Michael Walker, what's going on? Vortex Goated. Show enough. Who the baddest mofo in all of Harlem? Show enough. Speed Falcon for life. Kenneth Lewis, Ezekiel King, Mr. Lee the third. We got James One's Love Williams, Rodney Brown, Reggie C2K. We got Sean Jones and Van Terminator ECW. Make sure I got that right. Man, Falcon Fan 9293. Oh, Utah Sports is in the chat tonight. Oh man, they coming in here. Hey, we gotta get to a show here. Like I said, we're gonna get the rest of y'all shout out. Oh, they coming in with it. But what you got for us, Mike?
Hey man, I guess we'll start off with something that I think is fairly important.
Hold on, let's do it right. Let's do this damn thing right.
Oh, okay. I see what you did. Hey man.
Yeah.
Look, hey, I think this is what everybody was wanting. This is exactly what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted this. I wanted this. You wanted this. Everybody wanted this. And if this dude end up being a very good player, they got some explaining to do. Okay, they really got some explaining to do because you got a guy that quite possibly this will be the breaker, and this will be the breaker for the previous regime. And he's having a strong mini camp, and this is coming from the head coach. This is coming from the head coach himself, Arthur Smith. He's saying that he's having a very strong mini camp, and I don't think this is out of the. I don't think that's out of the question whether or not he's going to have a significant. He's going to have a significant role as far as the Falcons' running game is concerned, man. Like, hey, I love it. I mean, a lot of people also, they say that when you look at me personally, when I look at what Derrick Henry, what Derrick Henry can provide, like I think Quadri Olderson is exactly what Henry can, he can give. Like he has that breakaway speed. He's definitely tough between the tackles. He is a physical runner. Like he can definitely be that guy. So it's like I don't think it's out of question to see, to kind of see him with 10 touchdowns and close to 500 500 or more rushing yards this year. I think he can definitely be that, especially he and Mike Davis end up spreading the carries the way that I believe that they will. I like it. I love it, to be honest.
Oh man, hey, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
It was just all about the opportunity. Like we said, the former friend, Smithers regime, basically just they basically just put this boy in the shed and just left him in there to rot. Like I said, hey, we got a young. This is a young bell cow that we have in the making here. Because I know when I read the reports and stuff, like I said, it was just saying he's getting familiar with the pass protection. You know, he's building his confidence. Because, like I said, you think about it, you went from a year before last, where you ran for about 300 and damn near led this team in touchdowns, to the next year to where you sitting there carrying equipment every week. You're not even getting a chance on the field. That thing, they say he had like one snap all of last season. So it's that antsiness of wanting to prove himself and prove to this coaching staff that, hey, coach, I can play. Let me get some of these reps. And like you said, we know Mike Davis is going to be the starter. But the thing is, that's what these mini camps is for. These mini camps is to build this confidence. And bro, you just, like I said, you just got to steal. Like I said, this is a steal. We just wanted him to have that opportunity. This is what we've been waiting for. Hashtag about damn time.
Like I said before, man, like one of the things we all know in football that you have to have, and this is something that the Falcons is just try to pretend as if it doesn't matter, and this is one of the main reasons why we've been labeled a soft offense. This has been a prissy, soft offense. There's nothing physical about these teams except for, Julio Jones and the offensive line occasionally. All these guys want to do was sit back in pass protection. I really think one of the most, like, what made even the 2016 team, 98, 99 team, man, I think one of the most underrated aspects of winning is that physical style, like that physical presence. Like we had that Jamal Anderson, we had that 2012, you had that Michael Turner, and that 1-2 punch with Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman. Like they gave us that physical, they could get those tough yards. Like now it's like they went away from what they did best. They wanted to play pretty football. And now you got a guy like Quadri Olison, man. It's like Devontae Freeman could get those short yardage. He can get in the end zone. Tevin Coleman can get in the end zone. So like now you have a guy like Quadri Olison and Mike Davis, man. Like we're gonna have guys that can get physical. Now we get to punch people in the face. That right there we haven't seen in a while. Got to get back to punching people in the face. We can't allow people to hit Matt Ryan as much as he's been hit in the past few years. He's been hit way too often. Falcons don't run the ball as much as they should be. But what I'm saying, I love what I'm hearing from Quadri Olison, what I'm hearing about Quadri Olison, especially coming from your head coach. When your head coach is the offensive coordinator, he's a play caller. He's talking about he's having a strong mini camp. That's all I need to say. That's all I need to hear, and that's all I need him to say. He's having a strong running back, having a strong camp, and the running back is a physical guy. Like, come on, man. I'm loving it.
You gotta love it. That's the 3 words we're gonna use. You gotta love it. But let's get some of these comments.
Let's get this one. Let's get this one out. Coach
Mathis.
Terrence Mathis
Said the running game is. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you add that.
The run game is key until they get comfortable with the new passing scheme. All right, yeah, I totally agree with that.
100.
When they get like one of the things the Falcons have to their advantage, and they have disadvantage. The reason why I say a team like the Falcons, I think they will definitely get off to a hot start, a fast start, because teams don't know how they're going to run. They don't know the Falcons' running schemes. Oh, they're going to go back. They're going to go back and watch Tennessee. We don't have a Derrick Henry. This is not the same O-line. This is not the same running back. And from what I've heard from him, he's not going to run the same. He's not going to run the same, the same routes. He's not going to run the same scheme for the most part. He's going to use these running backs to the best of their ability. And that's something that we've always said. Like, don't use the same strategy and the same scheme for the same players. That's something that, Dirk Cutter, he wanted players to fit inside his scheme instead of adjusting his scheme around the players. And that's why I'm so, with guys like Hawkins, you got Javian, you got guys like Mike Davis and Olsen. Those are two, even Cordero Patterson. Like, those are a bunch of guys that you're gonna fit into their ability, and you're gonna run plays when they get in. You don't know, like I said, you don't know what you're gonna get. You go to a full house, like I said. I was talking to this about my a couple of friends, and I was talking about what if the Falcons come out in a full house. They come in a full house. They got Mike Davis. They got Hawkins, and they got a guy. Not Hawkins, but you got Cordero Patterson, and you got a Quadri Olsen in on short yardage. What the heck? Like, anything can happen at that moment. Anything can truly happen. You know what I'm saying? In short yardage, you got a guy like Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst. Kyle Pitts can motion out wide. Like, it's so many things you can be able to do with just the backfield, because the backfield, these guys had different skill set. And you got a creative coach with Arthur Smith. Man, like I said, man, man, the running game is I think they're really going to start off. I think they're really going to start off hot as far as the running game is concerned, man, because I'm hearing good things even about, Matt Hennessy, Chris Lindstrom is Chris Lindstrom. Even you got why I want to say Josh Matthews. Why I want to say Josh Matthews? I don't know why I want to say Josh Matthews.
Josh Andrews.
Josh, I don't know why Josh Andrews. He right now he's looking good at that left guard spot, so he might be right there when it came down to Matthews and Josh Andrews, playing together. So I think the running game is definitely going to be key until Matt Ryan find that chemistry that he needs with Kyle Pitts, because if he's on the same page with a guy like, I think he's going to ride Hayden Hurst, I think he's going to ride Calvin Ridley, but when he finds that chemistry with Kyle Pitts, if he finds it early, man, it's like, I think this team is really going to go off on I think they're going to go off on the tangent, man.
Hold on, I might have a little guess. Let her get a little shine in right quick.
Oh, really?
She got green on, so you ain't gonna be able to see her. Never mind. Hey. Man, I got the screen the back, so she can say hi right here. she gonna look like the Invisible Man right here. But yeah, like Coach Matt said here, man, so many weapons to play with, and. Hold on, let her get it out the way. There you go. I get invaded by kids. I get invaded by kids on Friday Night Madness. This is what this show is about. But I'm glad we got Friday Night Madness, because we get to debut the brand new Run the Damn Ball sign. Y'all ready for it?
The damn ball.
Run the damn ball.
Right.
Run the damn ball. That's what we need. Like I said, we're not gonna have a Julio. I know everybody, these media folk keep talking about, oh, we ain't gonna be nothing without Julio. We don't need Julio. We run the damn ball.
Mm-hmm.
We use the play action game.
What more can you say? You got two great tight ends. Like you really have two great tight ends.
Technically three. Actually, right now we got about 5 or 6 of them, but
like Lee Smith is probably one of the best blocking, if not the best blocking tight end in the league. So it's like, man, we're gonna see some interesting formations. I really believe that.
Oh, I was about to ask that. I don't know if anybody watched the 6-man combo show last night, but I want to ask, did everybody do their homework assignment that I gave them? They probably didn't. Because the homework assignment was basically go look at Jonnu Smith from Tennessee last year. You're going to see basically how they use these tight ends. Hold on. We got a $5 super chat. Daniel Bell said, man, Mike, let's talk about this new Creepers defense from Dean Pease when someone blitzes on every play.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm about to say, hey, that's what you want. Like I said, you want to send my bad. You want to have that unpredictable blitz. Like I said, we're actually going to see some corner blitzes. You're going to see some disguise cover 6s that might be man and have an all-out linebacker blitz. Like I said, it's so many different factors, and we got so many interchangeable pieces on that defense. Like I told the other day, Eric Harris, we forget about Eric Harris, but he's about to be major in this defense when he's in the game because he not only can he line up as a safety, but he is a linebacker as well. So if you got them sub-package nickel formations and stuff like that, that's your big nickel right there. They could plug him at linebacker and he'd be just a big safety. So we love it. What do you think about that, Mike?
Well, what I don't want to happen is to blitz too much, blitz every play. I believe in controlled chaos. One of the things that was so great about guys like Todd Bowles, as well as a Dean Pease, Rex Ryan, those guys give the impression that they're constantly blitzing, and what it is, it's a zone blitz. A zone blitz gives the impression that you're going to send everybody, and you got guys that are they'll fake blitz and they'll end up dropping off in coverage. So it's like they look like they coming with 6, but they'll only come with 4. But you don't know when and where those 4s are going to come from, and that's the thing. Sometimes you get 4, sometimes you'll get 5. And I think that's where the Falcons are going. You always hear me say this. And one of the things that I love most, and I think is very important in this day and age, is that, the creativity. Got to be more creative. Got to be more creative on the defensive side of the ball. Because everybody knew when 3rd and 20, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 30, the Falcons was going to get in. They weren't going to send no blitzes. They were just going to rush forward and drop everybody else in a cover 3 on. And they're just going to pick us apart. So now you got Dean Pease. This dude can send. I've seen him send blitzes. I'm talking about 4, 5, 6 guys with 4 guys, and he'll send 6 people, but he'll have 4 guys on boundaries. He's not going to sit back and let you get comfortable, and that's the thing. Don't let your quarterback get comfortable, create something. You got to keep sending different styles of blitzes. It's not so much blitzing all the time. You got to continue to do different things. And I think that's what matters most.
What do you say, Mike? You punch him in the mouth. Don't let them hit you
Punch
first.
him in the mouth. Yeah, you can. You gotta get him.
But let's get into some of these comments right quick, man. Like I said, Dexter Simon here, he said he think the screen game would be awesome with Cordero Patterson. Like I said, that's another element in the game. I mean, we had guys we could run screens with last year, but we didn't have the play calling to do it.
For whatever reason, he decided it wasn't necessary. That's something that we didn't need to do for whatever reason.
Farmer friend. Like I said, Harrison talking about keep them guessing. Yeah, I mean, yes, you want to keep them guessing. That's what Mike said about the controlled chaos. It's not so much, like he said, it's not so much of setting blitzes every play, but it's certain cases where you might start off with a blitz. Then you might get a zone blitz on third down if you stop them on third down instead of the cover 3 situation where it was coverage, sack. I mean, blitz, prevent. Basically the Suki Hana Amber Rose slut walk defense. That's why we called it that. Because they just get hit. That's all they did. But Mr. Motivator said who should be starting lineup. Although, is that a basketball question or is that a football question? but like I said, we get to that. We'll get to that a little bit later on that one. Then, like I said, everybody watching the Hawks game too. And like I said, we appreciate y'all joining with us and watching that.
Right.
Michael Wolf said days of a vanilla defense is gone. Yeah, because you can't be having opposing quarterbacks having press conferences talking about we know exactly what they about to do as soon as they
right. I don't know how many times we heard that. I don't know how many times we heard that over and over again.
Is that? Oh yeah, ATM said the one best thing that we've been saying all last year: don't run away from what's working. That's it. That's it right there. That should have been the hashtag all last year. Don't run away from what's working.
So let's get into this next one right here. that right there. This KSTYLZ, you already. I know why you smiling for this. Like this one for me. This one for me. Like I think this is. Man, look at this dude, man. Like that size is just unreal. Like this dude is like this man is not a small guy. All right, make that clear. Richard Gann is not a small guy. He is not a small guy, but Kyle Pitts make him look small. And the great thing about this, he using them all over the field. They've said, it's been reported they've used them in the backfield. They use them on like as a tight end receiver. Like they move this guy all over the place. And that's something that we didn't happen. Like I know a lot of people is like, oh, we're gonna miss Julio. But again, this is one of those things where we always say, let the athletes do all the work. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and let the playmakers be playmakers. That's what you need.
Right.
That's why we got a guy like Cordero Patterson. We were just looking at some tape the other day. We were looking at some tape the other day, KSTYLZ, where we saw that Arthur Smith actually had a tight end in the backfield as a running back. What did he do?
Ran the damn ball.
He ran the damn ball with a tight end, bro. That's the type of stuff. That's the stuff you're gonna get from him. He legit ran a toss sweep with a tight end. I don't think you guys are hearing me. He ran the ball a tight end. And that's no joke. So we're going to see guys. We're going to see KP. We possibly going to see KP at running back. We're going to see Cordero Patterson. We could even see Calvin Ridley at running back. This is the stuff we're talking about. Creativity. Cannot continue to do the same things and expect results. That's what the Falcons and that's what former friend always did. It was always the same things over and over again. So it's like, I'm excited to see Kyle Pitts all over the field. What do you think?
All right, before we get to this, I'm going to get the Ultra Shot 97s. He was talking about a unicorn. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not finna call Kyle Pitts the unicorn. There's a reason why I'm not calling him a damn unicorn. Because every time I hear unicorn, I think of Kstlyz Porzingis. So we're not calling him a unicorn no more. God damn it, he's Stretch Armstrong. That's what we're gonna call him.
Yeah, I'm not fond of that name myself.
I'm telling no grown ass man, no damn unicorn. What the hell?
I understand he's a physical freak, but goddamn, like I said, he got the same nickname as Kstlyz Porzingis. I don't think y'all want to be calling him a unicorn right now.
No, I don't want to call him grown man. I'm just not fond of that.
Like I said, we just gonna call him Stretch Armstrong because he crazy. But what I think about it, I love it, man. That's why I said, like, picture this, like when you're a defense looking at the offensive huddle and you're doing your counts, and it's like, there's 3 tight ends out there. You see Hayden Hurst, you see Lee Smith, and you see Kyle Pitts. And you might see Calvin Ridley out there. So there's 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. And the crazy thing is, you thinking it's a run-heavy formation, then they coming out in a whole passing formation. Because when you see 3 tight ends, you automatically going to go to base defense. This is the stuff we talk about, like you said. Then you got Cordero Patterson, who is another X factor back there as well that we talk about. You add a different dynamic. I mean, Kyle Pitts in the backfield, because this is kind of what San Francisco does with George Kittle. This is what Kansas City do with Travis Kelce. They line them in the backfield too.
Mm-hmm.
They're not always on the tight end spot. They're not always at the end of the line of scrimmage. They might be flexed in the flex formation, or they might be in the backfield setting up some different plays. Like I said, you can get a middle screen with a tight end coming out the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a jet sweep with a tight end if need to.
Absolutely.
Like you said, the creativity that, like I said, we are done with the days of the 10-yard hook routes with Keith Smith on the outside.
Right.
So that's what this offense needed, especially as a boost of energy, is just a whole different mentality, a whole different feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I would say on that one.
That's what I like. Like I said, man, creativity. I think that's where the NFL is going now. More so, it's like I don't think it's going to be one particular scheme that's going to dominate the NFL anymore. You have to be able to use all formations and not be afraid to use these guys in different ways. You see the pistol. You see Baltimore, they use the pistol. They use the pistol formation a lot. You know, a lot of teams are going back to the old, that college, field where they're not just using. I mean, I wouldn't say college. Even in college, they for the most part, these guys stay in the pistol shotgun formation. Like they run that a lot. So it's like I think more so today's NFL is getting to the point where you have to be able to mix everything up because these guys are just getting bigger, faster, stronger. So you can't just solely do one thing. And I think that's what the Falcons are definitely going at. So let's get to the next one. And I think this kind of be really interesting.
Lay right into it.
I think this is going to be. I really like this. According to Kyle Shanahan, one of the main reasons why they didn't go in under Julio Jones. A lot of people were saying that Julio Jones will end up with Kyle Shanahan. They say Matt Ryan will end up with Kyle Shanahan. A lot of former Falcons will end up with Kyle Shanahan, but Kyle Shanahan pretty much came out on stage. It's like the reason why we didn't make an offer is because that's $60 million, $66 million. All right, and why is this significant? If you don't know, you've been on a rock. Well, the Falcons had Tennessee take on not only the contract, they took on the contract, but they got a second round pick on top of it. So like that right there is a steal, in my opinion. That right there is a steal. I think your boy, I think he's gotten a lot of unjust I think he got a lot of unnecessary criticism because a lot of people saying, "Oh, this Julio, this is a Julio. How can you not get a first round pick?" Well, if teams are not going to pay, they're not going to take on that contract. On top of it, give you a first round pick. You got to pick and choose. And some players, some teams, even at 32 years old, if he was a younger, maybe you can get 4 or 5 years. But at this point, I'm not sure you can get a 4 or 5 years of a prime Julio Jones. I think he's past his prime. Is he still a great receiver? Absolutely. But I think he's past his prime. And you're not going to give up both. You're not going to give up a first round pick and you're going to take on that contract. Like, that's just foolish. So I think what Terry Fontenot did, man, he's already off to a good start. I think he's off to a brilliant start. And the fact that Kyle Shanahan and those guys in San Francisco, they rebuilding, they could definitely use a number one receiver to go wrong with Kittle, George. I think it was a highway robbery. I'm just gonna be real. I thought what Terry Fontenot did was highway robbery. He did a great job of not only getting rid of that contract, but he got something on top of it. So it's just highway robbery for me. What do you think is that?
Yeah, cause what happened now with Tennessee is, I don't know if a lot of people found out, but now it forced Ryan Tannehill to restructure his contract to compensate for Julio Jones. So now, for what it looking like, his cap hit is definitely going to hit real seriously right around when everybody's looking up for a contract. Like I said, this is one of those moves where they're looking at the name and not the situation.
Right.
Remember, the 49ers pretty much gave up an arm and a leg to get Trey Lance, so they wasn't going to have the draft capital to really compensate for that deal. But like you said, you're not going to take that chance when you ain't got no money and you sitting here trying to make scraps for trying to make something out of shit. It ain't gonna work. Like you said, now that we can pay our rookie class, I think they say after we pay our rookie class, we'll still have about $9 million left on the books to use for a decent free agent if we need to. Unless it's going to be a veteran that can help bring in the young guys on defense, I wouldn't even touch that money and let it roll over the next year. But that's what we've been saying the whole time. It wasn't about the it wasn't so much about being in our feelings about Julio. That's what we said. You have to follow the money. The money says everything. And the King here said his team offered a first round pick, but the Falcons declined. Yeah, that's because the Seahawks were not willing to take that contract. That's what we're saying. You gotta that was the whole focus. That was the whole goal, was to move the contract so we can sign the rookie class. Because you would rather take a cap hit of $7 million this season instead of doing the other move that everybody wanted them to do and take a $65, $66, $67 million cap hit.
And that's the biggest thing. And you know, want to kind of go back and answer that question. Like a lot of people's like, what are you talking about? Julio Jones past his prime. Like I think you guys got things all fucked up. Like, excuse my language, but you got everything all fucked up. All right, we're talking about a prime Julio Jones who was putting up 1,800. All right, he could have easily beat Calvin Johnson record, but you know what I'm saying? Like the dude had like 138 catches, 18. Like, come on, man. Julio not doing that anymore. He's not doing that anymore. It's like the dude, 32 years old. He missed half the season last year. Why people keep forgetting this? He missed half of the season last year with an injury. All right. I know Julio Jones is one of the greatest of all time. All right. And a lot of people feel as though he is the greatest of all time. But it's like he missed over half the season last year. Why did he miss over the half? Because he was injured. Julio Jones putting up 13, 14, 16. Maybe he can put up 13. Maybe he can put up 12. But now he has to share the ball. He got to share the ball with a guy like A.J. Brown. That's sharing the ball. So it's like now you got Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones. You know, you had those guys for like 1 year, and both those guys had about 1,300 apiece. You know what I'm saying? That's over half the Falcons passing yards there. So now you got, a guy that I don't think is nowhere near as talented as Matt Ryan at the helm. He's not nowhere near as accurate as Matt Ryan. He's nowhere near as confident as a Matt Ryan in that pocket, as a pocket quarterback. So Julio's going to take a step back. A lot of that, like one of the things too, that you go back and look at, the Falcons. When you look at Matt Ryan's deep balls, like Matt Ryan throws the deep ball well to everybody on the team except for Julio Jones. Why is that? Because he doesn't practice. Practice makes perfect. Gotta have that chemistry. Gotta have that time. So to expect Julio Jones to come up and put up 1,600, 1,800 yards at 32 years old, I mean, come on. Who are you kidding? I don't think there's been any cornerbacks, but wide receivers that have done that. I'm not sure if Randy Moss did it, but I don't think there's many wide receivers that have put up 1,600, 1,800 at 32 years old. You guys actually think Julio could do that? I mean, if he stays healthy, absolutely. But that's a big if.
I don't think we have to, like I said, that we ain't gonna too much worry about Julio too much more. But like I said, we just want to talk about that real quick to let y'all know, as far as this is what these teams was looking at. It wasn't the talent, it was the money.
Right.
And like I said, we don't really worry about Julio no more. Like I said, we gotta worry about the guys we have right now. And Mike, I know you probably want to get into the next topic we want to talk about too.
Yeah,
I think this actually by us what we were just talking
that's
about.
Exactly what we were saying. That's exactly why I said that. Like I said,
it leads to this.
It's again, it was not a like. The thing is that it's about sharing the ball. It's about sharing the ball, and this is one of the things when you look at being a receiver, you have to learn these types of things. But when you go back, let's go back to the title. Russell Gage talks wisdom he gained from Julio Jones, and one of the things that I think is significant with the Julio Jones, he pretty much stated. You got the quote, Kstlyz?
I ain't got the quote verbatim for the screen, but he said is, I'm summarize it. He said he know with Julio gone, I need to step up, and that's the challenge that I'm willing to take. And that's all like I said, that's all you want for, because like you said, we're not going to have a Julio. Julio Jones is a talent that the NFL doesn't see often. But You can replace, like you said, Mike. You can replace the stats. You just can't replace the player.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing for me too. Like I said, you can't have you like my thing is too. When you go back and you look at one of Julio Jones' best career as far as stat wise, you go back and look at that. Like he had a terrific year. He had like 138 receptions, and then he had what 1,800 in 2015, 1,600. Like dude had a crazy year, but it was one of our worst years as an offense because Julio was the only one that we had on offense for the most part. So it's like they didn't have a lot of chemistry. So you got a wide receiver like Julio Jones who could put up those numbers, but putting on those numbers, that means you getting work. You getting targeted. You're always the center of attention. At 32 years old, you really think Julio Jones can carry a team? I don't think so. I don't think he's at that big where he can carry a team. And like, let's be real. The reason why he wanted out is because Julio Jones he couldn't carry the team anymore. There's no other reason why he would go to another team or want to be with another team. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing in the NFL is guaranteed. He went to Tennessee, and they chose Tennessee because they got a running game that they can lean on. Derrick Henry is going to receive a lot of carry. And all Julio has to do, what he's been doing, is sit back and chill and block for the most part.
Right. And that's what, and then, like I said, that's one of those situations that when you look at that Tennessee offense, they're going to say, well, you have to double team both receivers or load 9 in the box. I'm not putting 9 in the box. Like I said, I'm going to let, people will say, yeah, I'm going to load 9 in the box to see if Tannehill can beat you. But if you want to frustrate those wide receivers, hey, don't load the box. See if Derrick Henry can carry it by himself. Because one thing a lot of people don't realize about Derrick Henry is, like, he gets the yardage, but this is what we're talking about. That was going to be the big difference. January, February, right around January, like I said, you got all them carries on your body for that season. You start to wear down. We got 4 running backs. Like you said, we're not going to have 1,000-yard running back. We might, but that's not what the whole purpose of it was. The purpose is you're going to have 4 running backs that's going to play significant time. But get back to the Russell Gage thing. Like I feel like he's up for the challenge. I mean, he's basically, when they say starting from the bottom, now we're here. That's what this guy is. Special teams. Got an opportunity last year. I feel like I call him Kamikaze Gage for a reason, because you don't know if he's gonna get knocked out to play or not. But he has the toughness that Arthur Smith loves. And like you said, with Julio out the door, now we get to see that toughness, more percentages in the plays and stuff like that. This is your slot guy right here. That's your slot guy.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna hit you down the field with nothing. But what he does is he gives you another chain mover. He gives you another first down guy. And I see Virgo Life said the offensive line is suspect. That's why this. Hold on. I want to get this right quick. You gotta look at how this offense is set up. I did it last night. I'm gonna do it again. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. It's designed to get the ball out the quarterback's hand quick. So I don't think this line is suspect. I think the concepts we was running last year was suspect. Everybody saw it.
Let me tell you something. Let me just say this. All right, we got to stop with this nonsense. All right, everybody knows when you play Tetris, there's only so many moves that you can do with Tetris, right? You flip it around and then you move it left or right. That's it. We know it's simpler. It's a simple game, and it's like you understand. All right, you can get it. That's a simple. Flip the blocks over and over again, and you move it left or right. That's all you can do. Why am I saying this? Because that's essentially what the Falcons offense. You knew they were going to do two things. They were going to run them deep shots, and they were going to run the draw play up the middle. That's it. It was simple. It's a simple offense. So if you got a simple offense, how are you going to how the offense is supposed to do anything significant? How are they supposed to get in the rhythm if they're doing the same crap over and over again? The NFL is designed. We're talking about these guys have cameras. I mean, we just did a whole spy game. They sitting up in the stands with binoculars. They got we heard. I don't know. You guys remember they had like a like one of those what is those flying helicopters with like the hover thing, whatever. I forget what.
The drones.
Yeah, they had the drones. And they were spying on teams. Like the Patriots had drones and stuff inside of their stadium. So they recording stuff. So technology right now is at an all-time high. All right? At an all-time high. You're going to get figured out. You're going to figure out. They up like the NFL defenses at this point, they got mics that pick up your cadence. They pick up what you're saying on the field. So that's why you got a lot of guys that are saying, using hand signals and whatnot. Why am I saying all of this? Why am I saying all of this? It's because it matters. We're talking about everything. It matters when you continue to, make things. You got to be able to make things and create that doubt. You got to be able to create that doubt from down to down. Because one of the things that Derrick Henry did, and even on his team, you go back to the Super Bowl. We knew every down what they was going to do before they even did. We literally called out everything before it happened. Literally called out everything before it happened. When that happens, your defense, you don't have a chance on offense. As an offensive lineman, you don't have a chance because you already know. So when you create that doubt in the offense, this is what made the greatest show on turf so different, so great. Because you didn't know if Marshall Faulk was going to catch the ball out of the backfield or he was going to run the thing. You didn't know it was going to Torrey Holt or you didn't know it was going to Isaac Bruce. You know what I'm saying? And they had tight ends galore. They had Oz Hakeem who could take he could take an end around to the house. You had no clue what they was going to do. The same thing with the Chiefs. You got the guy Tyreek Hill. You didn't know if he was going to go deep. You didn't know he was going to get a screen. You didn't know he was going to get the ball out of the backfield. You had no clue what they was going to do. That's why the offensive line play is so suspect, because from day one, from game one, teams knew exactly what Derrick Henry was going to do. That's why offensive line struggle. Creativity, the lack of creativity. That's what make even like when you go play in Madden, one of the best ways to beat anybody on Madden is to find out their tendencies, what they do in certain things. I know this guy's going to do this every play. Once I figure out what he's doing, all I got to do is just create doubt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not go fake the blitz. I'm just trying to get on y'all level, like fake a blitz, send a zone blitz, do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like creating that doubt is how you get offensive linemen. Offensive linemen. KSTYLZ even said this. Say this. He loved offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Them big hog mollies like to beat up people. They don't like going backwards. They want to beat people up.
Hey, that's what the comment got right here with Brian Peoples. They love to move forward, not backwards. That's how you keep your offensive line engaged in the game. You move forward. I don't care what nobody says. You got these people out here talking about the quarterback position is the most important part of the field. The skill players are important. The DBs, and say, no, your trenches is the most important part of the game. You got it. Basically, like you said, you got defensive linemen trying to move forward, and you got offensive linemen trying to move forward. Somebody's got to break. And if your offensive line is going backwards all the time, and like I said, you better have a quick passing game, because if you're going downfield 40, you doing intermediate, the downfield passes 20% of the damn time, you're most likely going to get sacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I got offensive line here, I got defensive line. Our offensive line is trying to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we said, I'm going to repeat it again, run the damn ball. And Isaac Crimes here agrees with me right here. He said the game is won in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Every winning team trenches is the focal point. And that's what the Falcons' problem had been for the last 5-6 years, was they built outside in. You're supposed to build inside out.
Uh-huh.
So, like I said, you can say the offensive line is suspect, but if you ain't got the if you ain't got the offense, you ain't got the scheme that can hide that deficiency that you say they have, and just make it easier for everybody, your quarterback is gonna get sacked in that case. Because even in that Super Bowl year, Matt Ryan got sacked a lot. That offensive line wasn't great that year neither. But what they did was they did different things. They booted him out. They did quick passes. They did tight end screens. I just did a stat thing and said the running backs caught 88 passes that year.
Uh-huh.
So you do different things to compensate for that offensive line.
Creativity. That's what we mean by creativity and helping out the offensive line.
Yeah. And that also goes in the red zone as well. You got to be creative. You got, like I said, everybody say, well, Matt Ryan's red zone efficiency is not good in the red zone. Like I said, you got validity to that on the stat wise, when you actually look at the tape and look at the plays that's getting ran on the goal line. It's not good. If you run the 5 wides on the goal line, like I said, if you run a pass plays within the 5-yard line and the goal line, the field is already come. That's where the creativity comes. Like I said, that's why Tannehill has a Derrick Henry, because now you have a legitimate threat in the red zone. So now you can build that creativity off of that. You can run some play action boots. You can do a couple screen passes in there. But like I said, you have the threat of the running game. That's where the problem is. In order for you to be creative in the red zone, you have to have the threat of the running game.
Mm-hmm. And that's what creativity. That's how you, like, one of the reasons why, like, I know it was plenty of times, like, we got Julio Jones. How many times have you said to yourself, why the hell are we throwing all these damn slants? Why are we not throwing fade routes with these big receivers? We got Hayden Hurst, and we rarely use him in fade routes. You know how, like, when we had Tony Gonzalez, we had Muhammad Sanu. What we used to do? Throw the ball up and let them go get it. Throw the ball up. We didn't do that with Julio Jones. We didn't do that with Hayden Hurst. The lack of creativity. This is what we're talking about. Like, how many times, like, a simple, we've seen this a billion times. And then you're a fullback guy. How many times have we seen Kyle Shanahan with your boy, what's the fullback?
Patrick DeMarco.
Patrick DeMarco on the goal line or short yardage. He do a play. He come in with a play action, I formation, or strong or weak, and he fake the handoff to the running back, Devontae Freeman or Tevin Coleman, and then he throw the ball in the flat, touchdown or first down, Patrick DeMarco. How many times did we see that last year with your boy, former friend? That's what I'm talking about. You got this man literally out here running flat routes as a wide receiver, as a tight end, okay? And Kstlyz, he running flat routes as a tight end. But he's not doing that in short yardage. That right there is just creativity. Got to be more creative with your formation and with your players. Exactly. So it's not necessarily everybody say, oh, they gave up this many hits, X amount of hits. That's not what it's about. You got to be creative with your offensive line. How many trap plays have they run in short yardage situations? You know what I'm saying? People don't know what trap plays is. You know what I'm saying? When you guard, come around. That's what Larry Allen, and Larry Allen was probably the best person when it came down, best guard of all time when it comes to those trap plays. Because you knew you were gonna get your ass smashed. Okay.
Exactly.
You knew you were gonna get smashed. So we gotta be more creative with our offensive line. You can't just say, oh, go forward, go backwards. Right. Get creative.
Right. Okay, so if those people don't know what a trap play is, it's basically it's the same mentality as a screenplay, as a running play. But basically, what you do is you allow the nose tackle or the D tackle, based on what side, the opposite side of where the guard is, you won't pull it. You let him come upfield, and you let that momentum open the hole for you. That's what a trap play is. It's a trap. Hold on. Hey, am I good?
Yeah,
okay. I thought I got hacked again. I'm about to say, it's allowing the nose or defensive tackle to come upfield and use his momentum to trap him and open up a hole. That's how you run. Like you said, Larry Allen. Like I said, that's one of my favorite offensive linemen of all time. Bro, Lord have mercy.
Nasty boy.
Good. He was big, but nobody, and you don't realize how damn athletic he was.
Stupid.
Boy, you talking about the IHOP king of the NFL for a long time? That was him. Pancakes everywhere.
Right. Boy, Larry Allen was a beast.
Exactly.
And that's what we should be doing with like we should be doing a lot of that. Like you can even do trap plays with tackles. Like that's something that Jake Matthews, like you see him on screens. Like these offensive linemen want opportunity to smash. Like, come on, man. Like how many times do y'all play Grand Theft Auto and you just go around beating up people? That shit fun, right? Just go around beating up people, shooting people, crashing into stuff, blowing up stuff. That stuff fun, right? So violence is fun. Let's be real. Violence is fun, all right? That's what we do. So from an offensive lineman standpoint, if you 300 pounds, 6'7", it's fun to beat up on people. It's fun to hit people. You love to do stuff like that. So take that mentality. You running backwards, you running away from the contact versus you creating the contact. People like to be hit. All right? People don't like to be hit. I love to hit, but nobody likes getting hit. Same mentality. So like that's offensive lineman for you.
Exactly. All right, so I guess people are saying Casey Hayward. I don't know if it was Casey Hayward. He got a 1-year deal with the Raiders. I was gonna say the Oakland Raiders, but I forgot they lost Vegas now. So
yeah,
they still need a lot of work. Hey, I would tell, and look, I tell Cadero Bobo this. I'm about to say you can have Julio Jones. Hey, that's fine with us. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't really, like I said, I say it's, if you're looking at team for team, I didn't really see it as an upgrade. It was pretty much damn near the same identical situation. It's just that you had a UPS truck in the backfield.
Well, let me check this. Let me check this little dude real quick, okay? Let me get something straight. First of all, you motherfuckers lost, okay? You lost, so I don't know why you up in here talking all that crap. All right, you lost. and you lost, and you lost, and you lost. Okay, you had the best running back in the league, and you still couldn't get to the championship. Okay, that's first and foremost. All right. So Tennessee ain't that great. You don't have a great defense. You essentially did exactly. I don't think it was a lateral move. Yeah, you got one of the best receivers in the game, but you still got Ryan Tannehill, that quarterback. Let's be real. When y'all signed him, y'all had no idea that this dude was going to be worth anything. So let's stop. Let's get off, okay? Get off your high horse. Yeah, you got Julio Jones. Yeah, Julio Jones is still one of the best receivers in the game when healthy, okay? When healthy. All right, so let's stop with this, we start. We don't know how the season is going to go. We don't know if Matt Ryan is going to be the same quarterback. We don't know if Julio Jones is going to be the same receiver. We don't even know if Derrick Henry is going to be healthy because this dude has been ran straight into the ground. So let's get off your high horse and be like we always say here, wait and see, because you might be sitting right next year and that number one spot or top 5 pick, something that we know something about. We go from a Super Bowl to one of the worst teams in the NFL. So trust me, you want to stay humble, dog. Just because you got Julio Jones don't mean you automatically a Super Bowl contender, because you got teams like the Colts that you got to contend with. You know what I'm saying? The Colts are no joke. You got even a young Raiders team. You got the Chiefs. You got the Patriots with a new quarterback, a young quarterback. You got so many other teams. So let's calm down, little Titan, okay? Calm down, little Titan. I know you're excited about Julio, but get straight. All right, we got to get you straight over here, dog.
I'm about to say, good analogy on that, man. Because now now it's a big difference now from, like I said, now with the Julio thing, and now this is what we said about the media putting they putting all this stuff and emphasis on this trade. And people keep saying, like you said, people keep saying the Falcons lost in the trade. The thing about it is you can win by subtraction.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the case was. It's not about what you got.
That's a great point. I'm sorry, but you just brought that up. You can win by subtraction.
Yeah.
How many teams we literally just seen? We literally see the Patriots do that every single year for a long time. Wow. They've gotten rid of Chandler Jones, and somehow their defense end up being much better. You know what I'm saying? Their defense end up being much better. And that's just, like I said, that's just one of the
right. So when we look at that from a standpoint, it's like I said, you win. Y'all won just based on the merit of the player. Like I said, we can give you that, but the merit of the player said you automatically won and the Falcons lost. But the thing about it is, when you're in a situation like we did, like I said, it was a now and future move by moving that money. Because now Tennessee, like I said before, Tennessee is a situation where they have restructured Ryan Tannehill, and now they're going to be on hook for a bigger cap hit in the next couple of years, which is at the same time where A.J. Brown's going to be looking for a deal, which is the same time Derrick Henry's going to be looking for an extension, and at the same time Julio's going to be looking for a deal too. So now essentially he really just got put back in the same situation he just left. But hold on, we got somebody coming in this damn thing right here. I know y'all know him. Y'all see him here. VF
Hey, what's going on? What's up? What y'all doing good? What's up?
Hey man, what's up, man?
I'm not upstairs. I'm not in the studio today, so I'm down here in the room just chilling with my son. But I want to come in and talk a little bit, see how y'all were doing and see what's going on with Atlanta Falcons Nation. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Gravy,
What's
baby.
up? What's up, man? What you got for us?
Nothing really. Just I like the moves that well, I ain't gonna say the moves, but the signing of the linebacker Jeff Holland.
Yeah,
I like that, and to me that shows me that um the organization seen something in this guy that really impressed them. So I really want to see what he can bring to the table. Also, the fact that number 11 is gone now. Now we don't really have to worry about what the offense is going to look like. We know what it's going to look like now. And I mean, like you were saying before I came in, what the Titans are doing now, I mean, they're basically in the win now situation because they're going to have
right,
contract problems within the next 2 to 3 years. So,
right.
I mean, good luck with that. But I think with us, I think, with Julio gone and now we can sign our rookies, we're still going to have a little bit of issue with money, but it's nowhere near to what it is. But it's
Mm-hmm.
easy to navigate, and we'll be able to get some more players at good value and have them to show their worth throughout their career. So, a lot of people saying that we may have lost that trade. I don't think so because in the long run, we're going to be fine. And I think the Titans, if they don't do anything within the next 2 years, they're probably going to be worse off than what they were before Julio was traded. So it's going to be really interesting to see um, what happens with that situation. Not that I'm really looking forward to it because I really don't care about what the Titans do, but I just wonder, is it worth it? Because they have to do something like now, and I don't think that the trade actually helped them because their defense is still horrible. So we'll see how it plays out.
Right. Let's get to this $4.99 super chat. My Ricardo.
Oh, 99.
He said, without Julio, we would be less predictable. We can spread the ball around. And that is another situation that we've always talked about as well. Because when you know Julio is on the field, he's the number one go-to guy. So he's gonna look that way first. Like, hey,
But not only that, now you have other players that can move around that actually can fit to be able to move around on the line of scrimmage as far as putting players on the slots and putting somebody in the number 1, 2 spot. You might even have some people doing things in doing end rounds that shouldn't be doing end rounds now because we have a lot of receivers now that are actually versatile to do extra things. So even though that Calvin really is probably going to be our number 1, he can do a lot more than just playing on the outside. I mean, as well as the other guys as well. So we can do a lot more things. Not just spread the ball around. It's just the formations are going to be totally more dynamic because you don't have a receiver that's strictly that is set for them to be on the outside.
I agree.
This is what I always say, and I want to make this clear because obviously you guys really don't watch us, and if you watch us, you really don't hear us when we say this. This is not a beat up Julio Jones show, right? We're not talking about Julio sucks or anything. What we're saying with a guy like Julio, you can fall in love and be infatuated with a superstar. Julio Jones is a superstar. Why am I saying this? Why is this significant? It's because now on third down, when you got 35 and you got a guy like Julio Jones, an offensive coordinator, it's just like instead of giving it to a guy like let's just say a Hayden Hurst who has excellent hands, a Calvin Ridley who has excellent hands, a running back that can come out of the backfield like Ito Smith back in when we had Ito Smith, he can catch the ball as well. You fall in love with these types of players. You just want to see these guys. You want to see Julio do his thing. You want to see LeBron, do his thing. You want to see Kobe do his thing. You want to see Michael Jordan do his thing. So you fall in love with these players. So in 35, instead of looking at a guy like Hayden Hurst, you're looking at Julio to make every single play, and you're drawing up plays to focus solely on Julio Jones. So when you don't have a guy like Julio Jones, and that's what you're saying, it forces you to be more creative because you don't have that quote unquote unicorn. And I hate that I don't like calling a grown ass man a unicorn. when you had that guy like that, you know, it forces you to do different things. And this is why I always say Kyle Shanahan is one of the most brilliant coordinators in the league, because he can get the ball. He can get the ball to guys like Levine to a little wide open. You know, I know you guys remember that when he called that play, he kind of leaked out and he wide the freak open. That's what we're talking about. That right there is more creativity when you have guys that you have. It forces you to be more creative. You know, when you don't have a Julio Jones on your squad. So like this is what we're talking about. You know, as far as like being more creative, having to, you know, getting rid of a guy like Julio Jones. Because another thing with Matt Ryan is a guy. You go back to Boston College. Nobody knows who the hell he even threw to in Boston College. I still don't know to this day who the hell he was throwing to in Boston College.
But he put up numbers, though.
That's what he does. He spreads the ball around. So Matt Ryan is not going to miss a beat.
I don't even think any
ball to a spot.
I don't even think any of those receivers that he had at Boston College probably even made it to the NFL.
I don't even know who the fuck they were.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think none of them made it to the NFL.
But I want to hit this question right here. Jack Kennedy said Atlanta's gonna be hurting after the trade. I guess why not work it out with an all-time Atlanta leading wide receiver? You can't work it out for a guy that's been wanting to be gone for 3 years.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that people don't realize. People don't understand that he did
They
not
don't.
be what you gonna do with somebody who don't want to be on the team? I don't care how good they are. What you gonna do? Like, I don't care how good you feel like your significant other is. If they don't want to be with you, what you gonna do?
Hey, yeah, like I said, you don't want to be you don't want to be keeping around a guy that don't want to be there. No matter how.
Yeah, right. It's understandable if they was being mistreated or whatever. But Julio said himself, he don't want to be. So what you gonna do with that?
Exactly. So, yeah, like I said, it ain't even just because of this losing season. Eventually, what it said was he's been wanting out of Atlanta before he got that extension, and that's all we're gonna say on that. Like I said, Tennessee can chant Julio all they want. Only thing we gonna chant is run the damn ball. That's all we gonna. That's what we gonna be chanting.
Yeah, and I just think that now you'll get to see a team, you know, be a little more diverse with distributing the ball around and being more creative. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, we took the offensive coordinator from Tennessee, so we will really get to see what we can do over here compared to what we had in the past. And I think it's going to be more dynamic, honestly, because Sarkisian, boy, I tell you, and I do miss Shanahan, but everything he done throughout that season, not just what happened in the Super Bowl, because he was way more, dynamic with his play call and having people all over the place, but he's not here. So I think this offensive mind is going to show what this team can do.
I think this my homie right here. This my homie right here. He said, "Next man up, Gage, time to shine." Hey, that's all you gotta do, right? They like I said, that's all we ask for. Like I said,
but and not only that, I mean, Gage, time to shine, but you still got 2 or 3 other receivers that can have a breakout. I mean, Tajay Sharp just didn't get the chances that he had when the teams he was at. Frank Darby just had the attitude to seem like he wants to be an alpha dog on the team. And then, I mean, we haven't even talked about Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus could be very deadly in the slot. So we got a lot of stuff going on here.
yeah, there you go. Ricondo King said we established the run game. Matt's gonna shine bright.
Yeah, he caught a fish.
I'm about to say that sounds like what the Tennessee fans gonna do when Ryan Tannehill get his ass sacked trying to throw the ball.
Again, we don't know if this dude has an alpha personality. Why are we skipping over that? You gotta have a personality to deal with a guy like Julio Jones. We gave this man $66 million. He was the center of attention on the offense for 10 years straight. And he still wasn't happy. Okay? went to a Super Bowl. Not many players can go say that they've been to a Super Bowl. Okay, let's make that clear. Not many players, not every player in the NFL can say they've actually made it to a Super Bowl, and he still wasn't happy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so don't like I said, don't just think because you have Julio, everything is guaranteed. We said for years that we had Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Oh, we gonna get one. We gonna get one. We gonna get a ring. We gonna get a ring. We still on that chase. I mean, you guys have still been trying to replace Eddie George. You know, we don't know if Derrick Henry is going to stay healthy. God bless him. I hope he does stay healthy. We're talking about we got to be realistic. This dude has had over 400 or 500 carries in the last 2 years. That's a lot, bro.
But you also got to think about it. Look how many years they had between Eddie George and Derrick Henry, and he had 1 or 2 years with Chris Johnson. So you're talking about almost 15, almost 16 years of not having a good running back. You know, so I mean that's a big gap. So it's like I totally agree with what you were saying.
Exactly. So, like I said, you're privileged to have the guys that you have, but at the end of the day, you can say Matt Ryan got all the stats but no ring. But remember, almost 13,000 of them yards that he threw with the Julio Jones, so you have to put him in that category too.
Yeah, you know how people do. They always try to throw everything on the quarterback, like nobody else is at fault, or nobody else could be to blame either. You know, so they're just like with this whole season, this past couple of seasons. They try to throw everything on Matt Ryan. He's top 5 in all the categories, did everything right. Yeah, the 11 interceptions, I can give you that. Okay, that's something to blame on. But what about the defense all the other times?
Right.
I mean, he don't play defense.
Right. Because like I said, you have to look at the team aspect is going to tell you everything that needs to be known. And I saw the king. I saw I was about to say because I saw the king. I saw the king in here. He was saying that like with the Seahawks, for example, like I said, their defense has been terrible. Their offense has been terrible, but they've been going to the playoffs. Like I said, you can give them credit on that. But like somebody told them before, once they stop running the damn ball, their playoff successes has not been the same.
Right.
And you have to look at the problem with the Falcons as well was once we stopped running the ball, the Falcons started struggling. Yeah. Every team that wins has some semblance of the running game. This is why we put the emphasis on the run the damn ball, because you need the trenches. You need the running game. That's how you take pressure off of your offense.
Right. Totally agree. And I mean, and that's the thing is like when you get not able to run the ball and you become one dimensional, it just doesn't work that way.
Right. Hold on, we got another $4.99 super chat.
$4.99.
Ricardo King came with another one. He said, "What was Tennessee's offense like before Arthur Smith? Losing their offensive coordinator is a big deal."
Absolutely. And I don't understand. That's another thing people say. We lost the trade because Julio went there, but you don't know what kind of offense that they're running now. I mean, there's been reports that I think what it was like it's the old Raiders offensive coordinators over there now. I mean,
right.
Exactly. So I mean, you don't know what they're gonna be. They were running some type of fugazi offense. I don't know what they're gonna be running.
Oh, they're gonna be running. Let's throw the ball to Julio and AJ Brown 50 billion times.
Right.
And that's the thing. You do not want to go away from what got you to the dance. You only want to enhance that.
Right.
And Jack Kenner came with another one and said our defense had all first round picks last year. They were first round picks from another team that they didn't do well at. So you gotta come with a better one than that, homie.
Was it the defense? Really? No, seriously, was it? I thought it was the offense.
I thought it was offense, but I thought it was the offensive line. But
Yeah, because once we
I
got
bet.
Laquan Treadwell, then they said
Yeah,
everybody that was starting was a first round pick at one point. Well,
right,
was a first round pick. I don't think the defense was at all because you look at Isaiah Oliver, he wasn't a first round pick. Kendall
right.
Shepard wasn't a first round pick.
Yeah, most of our defense wasn't first round picks.
No, I don't. Not at all. I don't think so. Hell, Grady Jarrett was undrafted. So what is he talking about?
But yeah, it was the. But like
It's
you said,
offense.
it like you said, it's just one of those. It's just remember what I was saying about the justification of trying to get him out of Atlanta thing. Because I tried to go a whole show without talking about Matt Ryan, but the problem is that the people that don't like Matt Ryan are the first ones to bring him up. So
I don't know how many times I don't see it seen in this in this chat. We're talking about Matt Ryan. Like Matt Ryan sucks. Like people, just please get the stick out your mouth, okay? Just get it out your mouth because obviously you like it there. Because I don't know how many times you don't brought this man up. Ain't nobody said one thing. This show is about Julio Jones for the most part, but y'all still bringing up Matt Ryan. We try not to say those guys' name, but y'all still talking about it. But look, let's just be real. All right, let's just be real for a second here. How many quarterbacks in this league that have actually you can say that threw a touchdown in their very first pass? If you can't answer that question for me, then we need to stop with this narrative that Matt Ryan sucks. Because I don't know many quarterbacks on their very first pass, all right, has thrown a touchdown on their very first pass. So if you cannot tell me that right there, the man was destined for greatness. Period.
Mike, if he sucked, I need at least it's 32 starters in the NFL to play quarterback, right? If Matt Ryan sucks, I need somebody to give me 20 legit starters that's better than Matt Ryan. Because if you suck, you're at the bottom half at least.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 20 quarterbacks right now that's better fit for Matt Ryan in for the Atlanta Falcons right now. Because anybody run up and say, we need somebody like Mahomes. We need somebody who can run and throw at the same time. We need somebody like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you got to understand that those quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes, he's like right, if not with them or right under them numbers wise. So it's like you almost asking for 1A and 1B. I just don't understand it. And then you turn around and like, if he sucks, I mean, who you think better than him? Give me somebody that's not these two people that you see on TV all the time. That's better than him, or you would like to see a quarterback. Because if he sucks, he has to be at the just being generous. He has to be at the bottom half if he sucks. So give me 15 quarterbacks that's better than him. Honestly.
Oh, they can't.
Without being biased or because he's not number 7.
No. I'm sorry because I just had a bad flashback here just of what happened earlier this week. I actually had a motherfucker told me that Tim Tebow was way better quarterback than Matt Ryan. God. I just walked away. I like, bro, I don't know what the hell, what the fuck you talking about. I was about to say you need to get exercise, bro. You need an exorcism for that motherfucker. Now Jesus ain't helping him.
No, I can't even respond to that. I don't understand that. Whatever. This is what I'm saying. Like people say that Matt Ryan's a problem, but nobody has a solution to who they want. They're like people say people want Justin Fields and this, that, and the third. And I get it because he's a hometown kid and this, that, and the third. You make him move around a little bit, but you really trying to get somebody to come in here with at the same time the receiver don't want to be here, so you about to lose your quarterback and the receiver. I mean,
let me speak on that real quick. I'm sorry, KSTYLZ.
Yeah, you good? Because I forgot what I was about to say anyway. Because I saw this comment right here. I like, damn, the motherfucker took 3 of them. What more can you do?
Man, look. Let's be real. When you look at Julio Jones, I said this to everybody. Julio Jones looked absolutely uncomfortable in that presser before it even got to Matt Ryan and the Falcons. He looked uncomfortable. He looked like he had been sleeping all. He looked like he slept all damn day. He looked like he drunk. He looked like he didn't want to be there. It's something else going on in Julio Jones and the Falcons. All right, let's be real. It's something else bothering that dude other than Falcons football. Because the dude didn't look like himself. He looked angry. He looked pissed off. And he looked like he was just forcing happiness. I'm just going to be real. You look at him, he didn't look like a guy that wanted to play football. And honestly, I think he's a guy. I think he's bad. I'm going to stick to this. I think Julio Jones is going to, in the next 2 to 3 years, Julio going to hang it up. Because he doesn't look happy. He doesn't sound happy. He didn't look like he was pleased to be a Titan. He didn't look like he was ready to. He didn't look like he was ready. So, like I said, man, I just don't think Julio is. I just don't think Julio Jones is. I don't think he's happy. I don't think he's like committed to football. We'll see what happened this year. But you look at his facial expressions, you look at the way he talked. There's no excitement in how he talked. You know, he was happier when him and Roddy White, the early Falcons, he don't even look like the same person anymore. So, like I said, I'm going to say in the next 3 years or so, we're going to see Julio Jones hang it up.
I wouldn't be surprised because you're right. He did not look like himself. He did not want to really do the press conference at all. He just looked like he did not want to be there. So I don't know, man. Like I said, good luck, Titans. I mean, it sounds good on paper. Y'all might get some dynamic plays or whatever, but at the end of the day, man, this is about winning football games.
Right.
You know, just pretty much.
If you want to see what a sorry ass quarterback look like, I got a picture for you right quick. If you want to see what a sorry quarterback look like. Do y'all remember that? Do you remember that face?
Jesus Christ.
Do you?
I mean, your Matt Ryan haters, y'all can always go back to that now.
Yeah, we can go back to that. Yeah, we can go back to Chris Miller,
Byron Leftwich. We got Chris Redmond. I mean, they all said that these quarterbacks are better than Matt Ryan. That's what they all think. But they say we can get Willie Beeman up in that motherfucker. Whatever y'all want. ATM, what's happening, homie? What you got?
What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing today, man?
We good, man. We good.
Hey, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on Julio Jones because everything that need to be said. The man done played us. But I just need somebody to answer me this one question, and I still haven't got an answer yet. If Julio really wanted to win, the same way that he spoke up for Dan Quinn, why didn't he speak up for Roddy White, Brian Cox, and Marquand Manuel when they were fired? Because you know.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. I was gonna answer it, but
yeah, because I was gonna say because you notice the Falcons' defense for the past 3 years, minus the 2018 we had injuries, we've been damn near the bottom half in every statistical category.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to win, why you ain't fall on the onside kick in the Dallas game? I'm just saying, But for Terry Fontenot to get the Titans to take on his whole contract and all we had to pay is a signing bonus, that was a win. We got 3 draft picks and released his entire contract. That's a win. I don't know how we lost the trade.
I'm sorry. I apologize, but let me get this real quick. I truly appreciate the super chat. But Mr. Tatum, whatever your name is, Watkins. I'm about to say Watkins because that probably would have made more sense with the damn comment. But I truly appreciate. I appreciate the $4.99, but Julio really lives here. Mother, he been here 10 years. You think somebody been here 10 years? We just gonna let him go, and he not gonna have no type of emotional bond to him. What the hell is wrong with you people? He's been here 10 years. We're not going to have any feelings for a guy that been here for 10 years. What are you guys smoking? We just feel like, we just gonna say, all right, bye, Julio. What are you guys? What are you getting from this comment? Like, what are you getting from this comment?
We're 5 seconds of fame.
Boy, hold on, wait a minute. Since he said, I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. That was Mike's 5 seconds of fame.
Again, I truly appreciate it. But this comment it frustrates me. What the fuck are we supposed to do? He's Julio. He's one of the greatest receivers of all time. And he says we don't want to play anymore. He doesn't want to play for. You think we just gonna say okay, bye, and we're not gonna talk back? The man is the greatest receiver in our franchise history, and we just supposed to sit here and be happy about him going to Tennessee. What's wrong with y'all?
I don't think people realize how bad the Packers felt when Brett Favre left. Even though they had Aaron Rodgers, they still felt some kind of way when Brett Favre left.
Of course.
Joe Montana goes to Kansas City. How you think San Francisco felt? Come on now.
Dion walking away. We let him walk free. You think we was happy about that?
Think about how Houston, Texans. How about the Texans fans felt when D-Hop got traded for basically a bag of chips? They were sick.
Oh yeah, that really was a bag of chips.
Right. We gonna be in our feelings when it comes to great players. Julio's a great player. You think we just not gonna be like he just wake up one day and say I'm gone, and we not gonna be in our feelings? Of course not. But like I said,
then when you find out how he felt the entire time from behind the scenes, how he felt about it, how you think we gonna feel?
The man was being fake, and then what make it worse for me, bro. Like I've already done moved on, but bro, on draft night when I was on the show, I literally bought 2 Kyle Pitts jerseys and 2 Julio Jones jerseys that night, bro. And then to find out that he want to leave, bro, that just hurt me. I ain't even gonna lie.
And we are massive Julio Jones fans. We spend money, our hard-earned money, on Julio Jones buying his jerseys, doing all of this for this man. And he took shots at fans again. He's still taking shots at the fans, bro. These people spend their hard-earned money. You can't even give us that's what I'm talking about. He's still doing it. How are we supposed to move on and Julio still taking shots at y'all who y'all love? He taking shots at you, the Falcons fan.
I'm gonna say this too. The fact that he wanted to keep Dan Quinn another year says everything that we all need to know. And this is just me personally. People can get mad all they want to, but I think when it comes, when it's all said and done, coaches like Shanahan and Quinn and Raheem and Farmer Fran and players like Julio and Keanu Neal and Tat McKinley that love Quinn so much despite his horrible play calling really held this team back.
That's
great point.
But then again, you got to understand that a lot of these guys, and I'm not trying to disparage on any of these guys out here that are out here trying to play football, but some of them get it easy when they're getting a paycheck every 2 weeks and they got a coach that like them and let them do whatever. It's free money. So I mean, winning may not be priority when you got a coach that let you do whatever and you getting paid to just do whatever.
Hey, baller, don't go ahead, Kstlyz. My fault.
No, you good. I want to hit this comment right here. He said that Julio trade would look so good if we had Justin Fields. No, the fuck it
he go
wouldn't.
with the dummy.
Here we go. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. What he said, tell that duck we're going to keep talking about Julio and mind his own. But I want to get back on this right quick. So, if you find out, if you find out that Julio's been one out of Atlanta for the last 2 years,
right?
Like I said, that 3 years. So we've kind of established that.
After Ridley got drafted,
right? So you're going to draft a player that you're not going to play in 2 years. While getting rid of a player, that's been on your franchise for 10 years, Julio wanting to get traded is the reason why they got Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
We know. Julio I think they was gonna get him anyway. He was the best player available. I think they was gonna get him anyway. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
That's the case too. But like we said, Julio made the decision for them to get Kyle Pitts. You need a young weapon. You need somebody to start immediately. You're not finna draft somebody that you're gonna start in 2 or 3 years.
And let me say one thing too. For all the people that's saying, "Oh, the Falcons, y'all just drafted a tight end." Did y'all know that Kyle Pitts had more receptions at wide receiver than at tight end? He had 12 in the slot, 12 on the outside, and I think he had like 19 as a tight end. The man literally had more receptions as a wide receiver. So how is Kyle Pitts just a tight end? Please make it make sense.
They're not paying attention to everything that comes and tells with the draft pick.
Because
they just see tight end Kyle Pitts, and that's all they know.
Because the fan favorite didn't get drafted. We're gonna get back to it. The fan favorite didn't get drafted. That's all it is. Like I said, if Justin Fields would have got drafted, we'll be in we actually would be in a worse situation now, because now you let go of a playmaker, a wide receiver that you could have had, and you didn't replace him with nothing.
But not on this case now. Think about this. Say if we did get Justin Fields, Julio wanted to be out. Now you got a situation where everybody's probably trying to clamor for Justin Fields to start, and you got a quarterback that's sitting there that is well and capable of playing, probably trying to get out of, or probably getting forced out of an organization with a salary and a cap hit just as bad as Julio Jones.
Ooh. And you just restructured his contract
too. You just restructured. So now your quarterback's going and your receiver is going, and who's Justin Fields gonna throw the ball to?
How about say that?
Kyle Pitts ain't on the team at this point if you draft to cut Justin Fields.
Right.
Who you throwing the ball to?
Exactly. Now you make the game harder on Calvin, because now you don't have somebody that can help him. Like you said, you have to remember that was a move that helps everybody. That helps the offense and what it does best, which is basically a matchup offense, which everybody is not going to line up in the same spot every formation. And Aiden Clark says AJ Brown and Julio is going to take the Titans to the Super Bowl. They better take them to the Super Bowl.
Hey, well Julio and AJ Brown better be playing some defense, because they ain't got no defense.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm like, we learned this for the last 13 years? Haven't we learned this? Have you guys been following the Falcons? We haven't had defenses for a long time. Better yet, you're talking about Ryan Tannehill. He got cut because he sucked. He failed as a quarterback.
He only had one good year in Miami.
Wait a minute, Mike. How did he get his $1 million? How did he get his $100 million contract?
Because of Arthur Smith, and he had him as the MVP candidate.
Thank you.
No, I'm gonna show you what he did.
That's it.
We got the person who got him that contract.
We got two of their coaches. Don't forget,
Right.
they look worse without Dean Pease. Because with Dean Pease, they stopped the MVP that year. They put Lamar Jackson in a box, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is, what also hurt them too is because they don't get pressure on defense. It's all coverage. Like they want to cover you to death, but they don't want to pressure you.
And people don't realize defense wins championships. I don't care what kind of offense you got. Defense wins championships. Like I said, you look at the Bucks from 2002. You look at the Bucks from this year. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't all Tom Brady and them won that Super Bowl this year.
Tom Brady had nothing to do with that damn Super Bowl.
They put the clamps. They put the clamps down. They put the clamps down on a high-powered offense. That was the Chiefs. Chiefs only scored 9 points.
Oh, yeah.
This man threw 3 back-to-back picks in the NFC Championship and still went to the Super Bowl, bro.
Defense.
Right. Hey, look at this comment.
Defense.
Yeah, look at this comment right here. It said Titans had to restructure Tannehill to make the trade work. His cap hit is $48 million next season, just like Matt's.
Oh my
Lord!
Come on,
same
bro.
situation.
That's why I say they got one day. That's why I say they got 1 year to do something, basically. 1 year.
And then we got another one.
To that defense.
Hey, here you go. He came with another one. Was the worst at passes of 20 plus yards. 31% of Julio catches last season was for 20 plus wrong.
I mean, when you look at it, Julio screwed Julio. This man didn't even want to communicate with Arthur Smith. You was running away from him. Like, bro, you didn't even give him a chance.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. We always say the grass ain't always green on the other side. Sometimes you be like, be careful what you wish for, boy, because sometimes what you wish for might not be what you wanted.
And it's bad, and it's just bad business. Kstlyz. Let's be real. We don't know Julio Jones person. We talking about him as the player and the businessman. What he did, that was bad business. We cater to you, and then you do this, bro. Like, hey.
My thing is this, and I love Terrence Masters to death. And this video on Atlanta Sports Unlimited, it said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Well, I don't believe that bullshit. All right, I don't believe Fuck all that. All right, we're in the business of being a fan, and what fans do, we talk shit. All right, that's what we do. And even if let's just be real, even in the business meetings, we have business meetings all the time here at AFN. But we always say, look, just communicate with us. If you need a day off, you don't want to do, like, you got some busy, you want to, hang in with the wife and kids, like, hit us up. We're more than like ATM. Look, man, like, this is the stuff we're talking about. He can attest to this. This is how we conduct business around here.
Right.
By doing things the proper way. Just proper communication. That's all. Just be real. You wasn't real when you signed that contract. Because if it was, you would have done so. You would have done right by the contract. You did not do right by the contract. So we're gonna hold the organization and the NFL teams to that same level. We're talking about, they don't care about the players. What about the players who sign these contracts? Contracts is something that you sign. You agreed to. You gave your word that you were going to abide by that contract. And it's like, if you didn't want to do that, you could have had a 1 year, all right? You could have had a 1 year option. You could have had a 1 year guarantee. And the second year, it would have been an option for a player option, whether you wanted to stay or not. But you didn't do that. You didn't negotiate that. You negotiated a deal, a 3-year deal of guaranteed money. So you, as a businessman, this is what we're talking about. As a businessman, did not hold up your end of the bargain. So guess
and you
what?
said you wanted to be a Falcon for life on multiple occasions.
So as a fan and as just a businessman, if you give me your word on something, like, how am I supposed to trust you? Let's be real. I don't give a fuck about what he did in 2019. I don't give a fuck about what he did in 2016. I don't give a flying fuck that he's one of the greatest of all time. You're supposed to stand by your word as a man. You said verbatim, I want to be a Falcon for life when you sign that contract. And next thing you know, we don't even know if you even giving your 100% because you didn't practice. You took off third downs. As soon as you got a big play, you go running towards the sideline. As much as we get on Calvin Ridley, I ain't never seen Calvin Ridley run to the sideline after he get hit, even though he don't like getting hit. I ain't never seen him do that. I seen Julio do that, but I ain't never seen Muhammad Sanu run to the sideline after he got a big play. I ain't never see that from them. So did he really give us his 100%?
And then you got to look at it too, Mike. Y'all can go on the NFL page and look at the interview that he did, the post-game interview he did after the Thursday night game with Carolina, and he said that, I want to be out there for my guys, the bond we have, the the way we come in to work, and I want to finish my career in Atlanta, but things are out of my hands. But you took it upon your hands to request a trade. So really, you snaked your brothers over a bag, and this might go over some people's head. But in our community, Julio Jones broke like 2 or 3 codes, bro. If we being real.
Like I said, man, I love him to death, but we can't be excusing bull crap. Like I said, right. Business is business, but there's a right way and there's a wrong way. Period. Point blank. The Falcons still traded him to a team. They could have gave him to the damn Jets.
They should have gave him to
the Jets. They could have gave him for a second-round pick, and that's all. They could have ate all of that. They could have ate all that contract and just said, look, it's a loss regardless. They just get rid of him. They could have easily did that. But they still, even when he said that, he didn't want to be here, they still held, true to their word and what they are. They did not they didn't, send him to a team where it's absolutely no hope for him. They didn't send him because Julio from the South. That man don't know nothing about no New York. Okay? He don't know nothing about no New York. He would have been miserable up there. You know what I'm saying? So when it all comes down to it, my thing is there's absolutely a right way and a wrong way. Even though a lot of people just get so infatuated with his greatness that you excuse a lot of his bull crap. And I'm one of those ones. I made excuses for him. I was like, okay, maybe he, running routes and, he get tired and all that. Look, but man, we had every excuse for Julio Jones. Everybody in the whole world had a bunch of excuses for Julio Jones.
Period. Yeah, we all had the excuses too, so.
And then to BF Baller, he made a comment not too long ago. He was like, you know what I'm saying? Some of these players, they get comfortable. Miss Maggie brought it up during the season, and the Falcons actually took it down on their YouTube page right after a loss. They was in the locker room playing games right after a loss. You see Arthur Smith, even he held Kyle Pitts accountable in the mini camp for jumping off sides. Hey, you jump off sides, go run that lap. There ain't gonna be no playing games after a loss. Everybody is getting held accountable, and there will be no favoritism at all.
That's where it's supposed to be. That's where it should be. Yeah, and if you really want to talk about a real brotherhood, that's what it's supposed to be. Everybody's supposed to be held accountable for what they do, one by one, and it doesn't matter where you at on the field. I don't care if you Matt Ryan, or I don't care if you Young Wei Koo. All of y'all gonna be held accountable if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. That's where it's supposed to be. So I don't know. It's good to see that coach is doing that though, because that's what's needed. Not just in our locker room, definitely in the Falcons locker room, but any team really. You don't want no coach like a Dan Quinn to just high five you when you're doing something crazy. Telling you that it's all good. Telling you it's all good when you ain't playing discipline and all that stuff. Like, you see, that's how you end up blowing big leads and not caring when you playing and not picking up the ball when it's on the onside kick, because everybody's too busy not being focused. They worry about what's gonna happen after the game when they can live it up. You know what I'm saying? They're not worrying about winning the game. So
can I say this too? I know, Kstlyz, I know you about to say something, but I think this is very. I think, and you probably won't. Let me just say it. I love what Bill Belichick is doing now. I love what he's done over the years. He made players work for their money. He's not going to give money to ungrateful ass people. People that think they worth more than what they actually putting in on the field. And when your value goes down, he ships you off. Because let's be real, Julio Jones' value went down. That's the reason why we drafted Calvin Ridley. Let's be real, his value went down. We didn't draft Calvin Ridley because Julio was still the same player. We drafted him because they saw the decline in him. Yeah, he's still Julio Jones and he's still a very good receiver, but it was going down. And what am I saying? What I'm saying, a lot of these players just making way too much goddamn money. They making way too much money. You got $60 million and you still crying like a biatch. What the hell are you crying for with $60 million guaranteed? What the hell are you crying about? You got people out here homeless on a damn, can't even pay a $300 damn, bill, and you up here crying over $66 million. You can't find the motivation to play football?
And you didn't even
Come on,
play
bro.
1 year the extension yet.
1 year. And you crying over, I don't want to play for this team. And you can't find it in your heart to sit up here and say, I owe it to my teammates. They out here putting their body on the line, putting their body on the line. How many we did a video, we did a show, all right? Well, we talking about CTE and players, retiring early because of CTE. These guys out here putting their body on the line, and Julio Jones is a significant part of this team. And you quit on these guys that are putting their body on the line to make sure they block for you, to make sure
Right.
they like the coaches, they up late at night putting together game plans to make sure you are straight, Julio Jones. You quit on these people.
You could have just
And you
kept
up
it
there
real and
bitching.
said you don't want to be with the team.
Mm-hmm.
Way before the contract extension, I just don't want to be with the team.
true,
You could have just kept it real from the get go.
pretty much.
Right.
And I think that's the reason why a lot of us are still feeling the way we feel, because he did not say those things. He was just quiet, or he would have his little subliminal messages that you think about after the fact. That okay, this said this said that, but the entire time you just thought he was just low key, just ready to come on the field and ball. But no,
Right.
he actually was saying it he basically was talking in the dark, and nobody was really looking at it.
I want to be a Falcon for life. He said it on multiple occasions. Don't make a promise that you can't keep.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm about to say, I know this is fun. I know this is way off the subject here, but he pulled he pulled a playbook out of Joe. He pulled a play out of Joe Biden's playbook. Let's just be real. That way he did. But
Bait and switch like a motherfucker.
bait and switch like hell. But Billy Mills said, according to Colts fans, they head hunting for Julio.
Of course.
I ain't mad at that because the Colts are pretty much the top team in that
Yeah.
division. Yeah, it is top team in that division. Just because people got to realize, even though the Titans did get Julio Jones, you got to understand that the Colts are much more of a complete team than what the Titans have. They just
Right.
got three dynamic players: Brown, Henry, and Julio. You got to
Right.
understand the entire offensive line on the Colts are stacked. Their defense is young and really good, and they
Right.
just got Carson Wentz. So yeah, unless if Julio and AJ playing defense, they're gonna have problems. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that people not really thinking about. Like, you need a complete team to win in the playoffs. You just
Hey,
can't do it all.
baller.
What'd you say?
don't forget what Randy Moss and Bill Belichick said after the Super Bowl. Players can't win if they don't have good coaching.
Right, and this go back to what Man Mike said. Look what Bill Belichick did to look at what he did to Randy Moss, and Randy Moss wanted some more money. They shipped them off to Tennessee. They shipped Randy Moss off, and what that was a year after they almost went undefeated, or the year after
I think it was like a couple years after that.
A couple years after. Yeah, because he wanted I think at the time for wide receivers, the going rate was like $9 to $10 million a year. It's kind of crazy when you think about it back then, but it was like $9 to $10 million a year, and that's what Randy Moss was wanted. And the Patriots was like, all right, we'll show you the $9 million. 9 million steps down to Tennessee. Go ahead. They wasn't having it. So
you got to look at it too. Just because you had talent, that don't mean anything. I mean, look at Ocho Cinco in his last year with the Patriots. Like, he was just a Pro Bowler in Cincinnati, and then with the Patriots, he played absolutely terrible. You got to have chemistry with your quarterback too.
But you know what though? I think Belichick did that just to prove a point. They let Ocho Cinco out the game just because. Like he played pretty decent throughout the playoffs, but when the Super Bowl came, they put him out there to run like 3 plays that entire Super Bowl just to prove a point.
Right.
But that's the type of Coach Belichick is. He can be petty sometimes. I mean, look just what they like did with Malcolm Butler. They did exactly. They did the same thing with Malcolm Butler.
And it cost him a Super Bowl.
Yep. He was talking all that noise. He's like, you know what? All right, you get to play like the first drive, and then you go sit on the sideline for the rest of the Super Bowl. Yeah, it cost him, but that's how Coach Belichick is. He do stuff like that. But I mean, that was said, like at the end of the day, I like what I've been looking at. You know, I've been doing this on my videos and stuff like that. Just been talking in general. When it comes to the Falcons, you know, it's tough to see that somebody like that, you know, walk away and get traded from your team because he's so dynamic and he could bring so much to the table, even with this new regime here. But we got to play with the cards that we got right now. And I think we got a pretty decent team here. And I think we're going to be at least above about 500 next year. And I think that's something to build on based on what we had last year. Just can't dwell on what we had before.
Right. It's a different it's a different mentality now. That, like you said, we look at that record. That record is you think about it. Like you said, you had 8 games where you lost by 6 points or less.
So right. With bad coaching. With bad coaching.
Yeah, you flip 3 of those games, you're almost in the playoffs.
You're right.
Right. The only really bad game they had, complete bad games they had, really was Green Bay. Green Bay. That was a bad game. Because we even played the AFC representative in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs, we played them tough.
Without Julio. Don't forget that. Without Julio.
Julio missed 9 games last season.
A lot on without Julio.
He missed 9 games last season. That's more than half the season.
Right. But like I said, at the end of the day, we have been written off by all football experts. They say the Falcons might be one of the worst teams next year. I can live with that.
We live with it. Don't look at us, y'all. They ain't been looking at us anyway,
they ain't been looking at us for the last 20 years. Don't start.
We don't need that fake love.
I say that back. They ain't been looking at us for the last 13 years. Don't start now.
Right.
So, hey, Mike, what Kstlyz say? Don't come at me with all that fake love.
Right. and the only reason why they've been looking at us back then, it wasn't because of the entire team. It was because of the quarterback.
It was because of Michael. Yeah. It was Michael Vick running up and down the field. That's why I said that's why I had to change it to the last 13 years.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because once you got that running quarterback out the way, they ain't want nothing to do with us. Even the fan base here didn't want nothing to do with the team.
Matt Ryan gets drafted, they still ain't looking at us. Throw a touchdown on this first pass, still ain't looking at the team. Right. All right, that's fine. Keep it that way. We used to it.
Yeah.
Just stay humble, Titan fans. Just because you got Julio Jones, don't mean you're going to the Super Bowl.
Hold on.
I can't name a soul on that damn defense. Okay, I'm just gonna be real.
I think Kevin Byard, that's probably the only one.
That's it.
Kevin Byard. That's my.
Yeah.
I think it's like Kevin Byard, Bud Dupree.
And Bud just got
He
there.
coming back from an
Right.
injury anyway.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Hey,
Caleb
what's that?
Fairley.
Who that guy that safety they drafted? That I'm glad we didn't draft. We got Richie Grant instead. The kid from Virginia Tech. Didn't he?
Oh, talking about Caleb Farley.
Caleb Farley.
Yeah, dude had COVID twice and had 3 back surgeries. I don't want him on the team. Glad we didn't draft him. For real, he had COVID twice and he
Hey.
Yeah, I know he got back problems. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, this is how the Tennessee Titans gonna look that shit. They're gonna be looking like this.
Or they gonna have that what they call the Ole defense. Go straight through.
Oh no, that's the OnlyFans defense.
We ain't gonna have to deal with that no more.
Well, I don't need to be doing that.
Nah,
Well,
I see a lot of guys on defenses actually trying to play some disciplined ball based on what I've seen in minicamp, and that's what I want to see. Want some disciplined guys that don't mind knocking people's heads off. And I think that's what we got so far, and that's way better than what you can ask for, but definitely from last year.
And I'm glad that Dean Pease is here because y'all talk about the secondary and the pass rush. The thing that I'm excited about is the open field tackling. I can't tell how many years our open field tackling has been so bad.
Oh yeah,
so
Oh
bad.
yeah, terrible.
And then Dean Pease, Arthur Smith ain't the only one. He said that he's gonna build his scheme around the players, put the players in position to win.
Hey, look, that's my imagination. Run away with me. He's like, I'm Julio Jones, and these are the Tennessee Titans. That's how it's gonna be, bro. Cause let's be honest, nobody put Tennessee in the goddamn championship fold until just now. So,
Right.
like I said, Tennessee can have the spotlight. Like I said, I want y'all to have the spotlight. We want you to have it because now,
Yeah,
now the
absolutely.
big-
Let them have it because the eyes. On
yeah, I want them.
We
I want them
got
to have
both of their coaches, and with
I
Dean
want-
Pease, we ain't gonna be seeing no players like Devon J. Campbell that suspect in coverage. You know what I'm saying? Getting put in coverage and getting 50 points put on our head like the Texans. Use the man to his strengths.
Right.
this man said you getting Falcons way too much credit. You're way
Y'all
too
way too
optimistic.
optimistic. I'm about to say, if that's the case, why the point of even watching them if I feel like I'm gonna lose all the time? Like
That's
I said,
what being a real fan is about.
yeah.
Look at
so,
Cowboys fans. Cowboys fans, they've been saying for the past 25 years they're gonna win another Super Bowl, and they haven't. It's part of being a real fan. What you want us to say? We gonna lose?
I wonder if people just want to hear a bunch of negativity all the time. I mean, especially when
well,
you
got.
no, I'm just saying,
But
especially what you see. If you look at the mini camps, you see the signings that they're bringing in. You see the coaching. You see the new GM. You see what's bringing to the table. I mean, how could you just not be optimistic of what it is? Because everything looks positive from what I see. I don't
Oh,
think
I know.
that's being taking a step back.
Because
we don't
this
got
is-
Justin Fields.
I was gonna say this. It's because he wants to see the Falcons fail. That's his thing. Because, like you said, the further the Falcons fail, the quicker it is to bring a quarterback. Like ATM said, Justin Fields. Now, if this was Justin Fields, then everybody's like, ooh. It's like let's go run and be Falcon fans. We got Justin Fields, but not Justin Fields out here. It's the same thing.
I wonder what y'all gonna say when them 5 rookie quarterbacks that got drafted this season play like absolute garbage. What y'all gonna say then?
They're gonna say Matt Ryan is not better than them. That's what they're gonna say.
Because I've never seen a more overhyped QB class than this right here, bro.
Hey man, y'all gonna make me take off the hat. All right.
I think the only quarterback that really might do something, honestly, I think Trey Lance has a really good shot, but the rest of them are pretty much going to struggle for a good bit.
Trey Lance ain't got shit. Look.
Hey.
I'm serious. I think he has the best chance to actually do it. I'm not saying that he's gonna be elite or anything further. I just think he has the best chance to be successful out of all the other ones. That's all.
Why?
Because of Kyle
Shanahan. What? He's a running game coordinator. He's not a passing game guy.
Kstlyz, pull up what I do you still got that picture of Kyle Shanahan's offensive ranks and QB record?
Hell, I gotta find that thing again.
I can pull it up. I can pull it up right now. I can pull it up right now.
Pull it up.
I gotta say this. I gotta say this. Is like for one, we gotta stop. How many times is this dude gonna have a quarterback, talented quarterbacks, and he still fails? Okay, he picks these garbage quarterbacks with big arms, and he runs into the damn ground like he did Matt Ryan. He ran Matt Ryan to the ground in 2015. He ran Julio down in 2015. All right. So let's be real. When we talk about quarterbacks, all right. Trey Lance, okay, the guy has yet to play. All right, he's yet to play a full season of college football. 12 games.
But the thing
And
is,
he didn't throw the ball much at all. That was pretty much a run-first offense. Me and KSTYLZ have done it. This is a run-first offense that he ran. So what indication? Because he can throw the deep ball and because he can throw the damn deep ball in a freaking a combine. These are combines. How many quarterbacks? If we talk about 12% of quarterbacks in the last 20% or lower in the last 10 years, quarterbacks have failed time and time again. And somehow, this is the reason why I say all the time, you gotta stop with this. Gotta stop just because guys look good in a combine, just because guys look good in college, that these guys are going to be worth something.
No, but Mike, what I'm saying, I'm not saying he's going to be all that.
I know what you're saying because he got a running game and Kyle Shanahan.
I'm comparing him to all the other rookie quarterbacks. I don't think that's going to be, he's going to be top-notch quarterback. It's just that I think that he has the best to succeed out of all the other ones.
So I pulled it up, right? These are Kyle Shanahan's offensive ranks as an offensive coordinator in scoring. 2011, 26, 2012, 4th, and he was first in rushing. Their offense was first in rushing. In scoring, 23rd in 2013, 27th in 2014, 21st in 2015, first in 2016, and the passing was ranked 3rd and the rushing was ranked 5th. In 2017, the scoring was 20th. 2018, it was 21st. 2019, the scoring was 2nd and the rushing was 2nd. And in 2020, it was 21st. And when you look at the offensive rank, he has better rushing offensive ranks than passing offensive rankings. And the highest passing offensive rankings he had was with who? Matt Ryan, 6th and 3rd.
Well, like I said, people have selective hearing. They don't want to hear that part. But I'm gonna ask people. Like people keep saying why we're so optimistic. Let me ask you a real life question here. You got goals and dreams, right? Okay, you got goals and dreams. Like I said, you want we're gonna use this as a goals and dreams. So you're optimistic about hitting these goals. Right. Like I said, ATL might have goals. You want to hit your goals. Like I said. But the thing about it is, what if you don't hit your goals right away? This is like this is a life goal that you had that for yourself. You you're going to give up on that goal just because the path didn't come right away.
Gotta keep going.
You got to keep going. Because the problem is, and this is a problem that we have with a lot of people that says, I'm just keeping it real. I'm about to say, in that case, why are you wasting your energy watching the team if you feel like you're already there about to lose?
All right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's insanity.
Like you're going to spend time watching a team that you know is going to lose.
Why we keep talking about, like, just because you was good, just because the Tennessee Titans were good 2 years don't mean they're gonna keep that up.
Right. Oh, and Kyle Shanahan's win-loss as a play caller with all the QB or all his QBs,
we know
97 and 112. That's under 500.
Yeah.
No.
Look, let me tell you, this is the reason why I'm optimistic, okay? Because I just literally saw the Patriots and the Rams score a combined 16 points in the Super Bowl, okay? We just looked at one of the greatest defenses all time pretty much win a whole, they won the Super Bowl with a trash-ass quarterback at Trent Dilfer. And you telling me why I'm optimistic? Have you seen Trent Dilfer play?
they haven't seen. They haven't seen
Joe Flacco.
Hey, look, I'm about to say Frederick Exton set his Super Bowl expectations, the Titans and the Bears. So,
man, you done lost your conviction mind.
That's gonna be his Super Bowl right now.
How convenient. Now one of them ain't got no damn quarterback.
Mike, they got Justin Fields.
They got to remember Justin Fields, the greatest quarterback the NFL's ever seen.
I
remember that, right?
And he was a wide receiver before he became a quarterback, okay? So look it up.
Exactly. They say everybody builds at some point, but at the end of the day, the real fans is gonna be there no matter what. Hey, I'll be honest with you, I'm glad a lot of y'all are leaving because now we can actually go to the games with some cheaper tickets.
That man said the Lions. That man said the Titans. How you a bad fan and you look at your defense?
No.
Whoa. He just said he's a Titans fan and a Bears fan. You know your defense suck if you looking at the Bears team. How you overlooking that?
The Titans and the Bears defense suck. So.
Golly, bro.
Hey. So I tell Frederick, and so next time, send us a picture of your Bears and Titan jerseys at the same time. You can get your Julio jersey and a Justin Fields jersey. That'll be 3-1. He get 2-1, so that equal 12.
Damn, hold on. How you a fan of two teams?
I mean,
two NFL teams.
I understand you
Bro, you sound like an NFL doorknob. Every team get a chance with you.
I get it, man. I get it. I like to watch. Like I said, I'm a Hawks fan, and I like to watch Steph Curry. I'm not a Golden State, but I like to watch Steph Curry. So I get it. I get that, but come on,
ain't nothing wrong with having a favorite player and a favorite team, but having two, but for two teams, come on, bro.
Hey, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, man. Dang.
That's why I had to get on you for wearing that Tennessee Titans hoodie because you were set tripping on.
Hey, that was a gift. All right, that was a gift. Okay, that was a gift, and I did that purposely because Tennessee gave us a very good coach who I was capping for since the very beginning. All right,
me too.
Arthur Smith. So that was absolutely purpose. That was absolutely purpose.
Hey, I'm about to say, let's say somebody take a picture of this. Frederick S. just predicted his Super Bowl, Titans and Bears. So
let me keep this receipt real quick.
Go, yeah. So since everybody says the Bears are going to the Super Bowl and the Titans going to the Super Bowl, might as well goddamn let's say, okay, that's gonna be the expectation.
The Bears.
That what he said he'd be watching the Titans in the Bears. You know, Justin Fields the greatest quarterback in NFL history. That's why these fans are mad.
Can y'all answer me this question? Can y'all answer me this question? I keep hearing that Justin Fields is doing absolutely amazing at Bass Camp. But how is that so? I ain't seen one goddamn film. I ain't seen no damn film of this motherfucker throwing a pass or nothing. But they say he's doing great. How the hell is that so?
They say he has a rip your heart out mentality too.
Yeah. Remember, like I said, remember, Justin Fields the greatest quarterback in NFL history. That's what these folks are saying.
And he's from Georgia.
And he's from Georgia, and he runs the ball.
I'm tired.
Oh,
I'm tired.
Wait. He just threw it up. Brad Johnson. Yeah, I remember that. That absolute.
Yeah, Brad, yeah.
You talk about damn dink and dunk for your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing the slant Johnson.
Like I said, man, we just give these quarterbacks way too much credit before they even step on the damn field. I'm just not one of those. There's a reason why there's a handful of great quarterbacks in the history of the game. You don't get another Matt Ryan. You don't get a Tom Brady, a Drew Brees. You don't get these guys. These guys just don't grow on fucking trees like that. And just because a guy did okay in college doesn't necessarily mean that's going to translate. Even if he has one of the biggest arms you've ever seen. You know, he did great in college. None of that crap matters. What matters is him. You know, like I said, sometimes you just get these quarterbacks who just Matt Ryan was just bred to be a great quarterback. Drew Brees was just bred to be a great quarterback. Tom Brady was just bred to be a quarterback. And you know what? I just thought about this. What makes those three guys the great? Like, what made them so great? What made these guys great? It's because nobody truly believed in those guys. They scrapped and they clawed to the top. Drew Brees was too small. Tom Brady didn't have a great arm. Matt Ryan, same thing. Didn't have a great arm. He wasn't fast. He was quote unquote, he wasn't fast. He didn't have a big arm. Nobody believed in him. All those guys scrapped. So you got all these guys is every so often. I don't like every so like even Aaron Rodgers. Like the dude was like he was I think he was scared to go like what top 10 or something like that in the first round, and he ended up dropping almost into the second round.
Right.
So all these guys fought and clawed.
Exactly.
Tom Brady cheated too.
That's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
Hey, I just had to throw it out there, man.
Hey, I'm about to say, I don't know if anybody remember the little situation that just happened a couple weeks ago about the Patriots. Ooh. Hey, look. When I don't know if people remember this. They probably don't remember or forgot about this, but Spygate. What happened, Spygate?
There you go.
Deflate gate.
No. It just came out.
Yeah, it just came out that Robert Kraft and Donald Trump paid off the investigators to stop.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So it's a fact. It's a fact.
Because the senator that they tried to pay off, they bribed him with a house down in Florida somewhere. But the senator that they tried to bribe, he died like in 2012.
And his son out here telling everything. Telling everything.
Said that the Spygate investigation got paid off. Just like with the Robert Kraft massage parlor situation, how that got paid off.
Oh, I totally believe them. I believe all that. Yep. Yeah.
Bro,
I don't think that's just a story being told. I think that's the truth. Knowing how people move, I believe that's the truth.
And guess what? And I find it funny that Tom Brady went to go play for a team in the state that Robert Kraft got in trouble at. I find it interesting. Like I said, it's a whole bunch of stuff that we could put here and there and such and such. But at the end of the day, man, the only reason we're optimistic as Falcon fans is because ain't nobody else is. I mean, Falcon fans want to see people talk about Falcon football. They want to have the optimism to watch these games. Like I said, we're going to have fuck up games. That's what the game is about. Like I said.
There ain't no team going to have a perfect game every time.
Exactly. Because even when the Patriots went undefeated, there was games that they played like shit. But when it came to situations, they executed in the clutch. Mm-hmm. But absolutely. What I'm trying to just say is if you're hoping a team loses because you're talking about I'm just keeping it real and stuff like that, I'm about to say you don't need to be putting your energy into watching that team because, like I said, now you're just basically watching the game just like, well, I know we about to happen here, so that's what being a fan is about, being excited to watch the game. That's how you respect the players. You respect the players by watching the game and being excited for them because they put their bodies on the line for this. Black, white, Asian, all of them.
At the end of the day, everybody got a chance in the NFL. If you're in the NFL, you got a chance to win. These guys in the NFL because they are the best of the best. All right. Right. And when it comes down to it, there's a recipe for success. As long as you have a solid defense, a great run, a good running game, and you have a quarterback that could be at the very least decent, you have a shot to win the championship. So again, like I said, if you have not seen Trent Dilfer play, I suggest you go watch film on it because that motherfucker is that dude is trash. He knows he said who? That dude was motherfucking trash, cuz. Alright, he was trash, cuz. The dude was absolute garbage. So if he can win an NFL Super Bowl, trust me, the Falcons with a Matt Ryan can do so also. This is the reason why nobody believed in the Bucs last year. They said the Bucs wasn't gonna do it, and guess what? They got they made two key moves last year. The year before, they brought in Bruce Arians, and they brought in Tom Brady. And look at these guys. All right, coaching moves, little subtle moves like that. They got a veteran quarterback, and they got a great coach, and Bruce Arians, who's always done it. So if you're trying to tell me that if they can do it, why the hell can't we do it? Because all they did was draft a couple of guys that got Devin White, and they brought in Shaq Barrett, and that was just like a mid-level signing. He wasn't even supposed to be a great pass rusher. They brought him in just on experiment, and it ended up working. So don't tell me that. Bringing in a Barkevius Mingo, a Copeland, Eric Harris, like those guys can't help turn around this team. We've absolutely seen it. I mean, you go back and look at the Broncos when they brought in Dallas Cowboys. Damn, DeMarcus Ware. He was supposed to be done. He was through. Like he was done. He was like done in Dallas. Like they threw him away. He had injuries. He wasn't getting the same numbers, and he ended up going to Denver, and they ended up turning that franchise away, and they ended up getting a Super Bowl. So don't tell me that the Falcons can't get it done, and we shouldn't be optimistic when we got chance of like the 49ers. The 49ers hired Kyle Shanahan, got a good running game, and they built the defense around young superstars, and they went to a Super Bowl. So why we can't do that?
You've got the Bucs hired some refs for that Packers game too. 'Cause boy, it was some calls there, bro. It was some funny business going on that game, bro.
And then on
Always,
top of that,
man.
people don't realize like people talk about the Bucks defense. They just played well. I mean, a lot of those players on that defense, a lot of mid players. Ain't no standouts really. I mean, maybe Ndamukong Suh, that's because of a name, because he fell off. Devin White, he's athletic. I mean, he's what, the younger version of Deion Jones. But everybody else just a bunch of mid players that actually just did their job.
Exactly.
Once most of those guys' contracts up, not too many of them are getting really big contracts because they're not that big of an impact player. They just played right at the right time. So that's just basically what that was on the Bucks defense.
But hey, I just yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, it's coaching, bro. Like that's all coaching. And like I said, we didn't get it. No, and that was the one thing about that Super Bowl that I was mad at. They gave no credit to anybody else but Tom Brady.
Like, all right. Come on, bro.
Did nobody get credit?
Nobody. Not one person. It
Not
was all
one person.
Tom Brady. They didn't say nothing about the running game, Rojo and Leonard Fournette going crazy in the game. They never said anything. It was all Tom Brady.
Tom Brady gave up 9 points against the Chiefs. That's how bad it was. I like, damn it, I didn't know there was 22 Tom Bradys.
Right.
I like, dude. Well, like I said, but I'm gonna say it like this, and how we got on this Matt Ryan thing, because we were trying not to say Matt Ryan name before these obsessors then brought his name up. Remember, there was once a quarterback that went down the same exact route.
Uh-oh.
Who was it that went down the same exact route?
You talking about Matt Ryan? As far as
I'm talking about as the guy that they say they couldn't get it done. We need him out of Denver. He sucks. Boo, 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 boo. There was once a quarterback before that went down the same route.
Oh, he beat our ass. I can tell you that much.
Y'all remember John Elway?
John Elway. They say he was a bust.
He was a bum.
He'll never get it done and end up winning 2 Super Bowls.
And what would go play baseball?
And what was the one move that they made that helped them get over the hump? Terrell Davis.
Yeah, about
AKA
not our running game. They built the running game. That's it.
Running the damn ball. So just because of, and remember, Peyton Manning was going down that same route too. Mm-hmm. What did they do? The defense played well, and they ran the damn ball.
Yep.
Pretty much. You're right.
How did Drew Brees win his Super Bowl? The
Bounty
defense. But besides that, the defense, and they ran the damn ball.
They had the ball with Ingram. Yep.
How did the Giants win the Super Bowl? They played defense and they ran the damn ball. I'm about to say it sounds like there's a theme going on here. There's a theme.
Mm-hmm.
Eli, what are you talking about? Which Manning we talking about? We talking about the Colts. That was right after Adrian James had left. They had Joseph Adai and was it Dominic Rose, and they
Dominic
was running
Rose,
the ball.
Yeah, Dominic Rose, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I think Adai had 1,200 yards rushing that year, or something like that.
I don't think it was. I think it was 1,000. I don't know if it was 12, but he was. But remember, they still had the trio of receivers at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But they had a balance though.
But they had a balance because the defense actually played well in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they had Freeney and Mathis. Yeah.
Yeah, but they couldn't. Yeah, but remember, Bob Sanders kept getting hurt, and that year that defense was not really that good. But the thing about it, when the playoffs came, they locked everybody up.
That's how you.
Like I said, the Falcons defense was the 5th worst pass defense in NFL history. We can't get worse than that, bro. We can't afford. They know we can't get. They know we can't afford to get worse than that.
No, I don't think we can get worse, even if we tried.
But think about it. We were exactly like 8 plays away, and when I say 8 plays, we were literally 8 plays away from being 12-4 last year. 8 plays.
True.
Really that simple. It's really that simple, man.
Oh! I'm glad Millie Mills brought up the point. What happened to Peyton Manning and Devil?
That man threw 7 touchdowns and 17 interceptions for a season and still won a Super Bowl.
Hold on, wait a minute. Didn't what's his name play like 4 or 5 games too? Brock Osweiler or something like that.
Yeah, Brock Osweiler played half of that
4
season.
or 5 games?
Yeah. And what happened in that?
Game?
And what happened in that Super Bowl? Peyton Manning couldn't throw his way out of a wet paper bag, and what happened? That motherfucking defense showed up.
They still won.
So, like I said, the theme is you run the ball. By running the ball, you take unnecessary hits off your quarterback. You get the offensive lineman engaged in the game. That is how you establish your offense. And your defense has to get turnovers, get key sacks, and make key plays in critical situations. That is how you win football right there. Which goes back to the original point. The trenches is where the game is played. If your trenches is not good, you not winning.
That's offense and defensive line.
But you want to go ahead and wind it down, Mike? Wait a minute.
No, my bad. I'm reading that comment. I got lost. I was like, what the hell? I just see. Man, everybody got last thoughts, man.
Hey, they talking about we heard you for the millionth time. Hey, I'm saying it for the people in the back because apparently people are saying without Justin Fields and Julio Jones, this Falcons team fucked up. It's fucked up. No, it's not. It is not messed up. Man. Go ahead and start off with the closeout.
Hey, man, I'm gonna just say this. Yeah, the Hawks look absolutely like trash, but like I said, man, this is a young team. That team, they have a veteran coach who's a champion himself in Doc Rivers. He's been there, so he knows the recipe when it comes down to winning. The Hawks has just been riddled with injuries this season. You lost Cam Reddish. You lost Bogey for a huge chunk of the season. Trey Young even missed a couple of games. I think like 5 or 10 games or something like that with an ankle injury. For the most part, like the most consistent person has been Clint Capella, and I think he missed a couple of games. So the Hawks this year, man, like there's a team. They're on the come up. I like what they're doing with things. Again, man, this is a number 1 seed. The Hawks wasn't even supposed to be in this. Let's just be real. They wasn't even supposed to be in this spot. This is the number 1 team. They've been together for a long time. And when you DeAndre Hunter, who's obviously one of our best offensive scorers and defensive players, I think he's probably, the most all around. I think he's probably the most complete player as far as like all around talent. He's a great defender, and he's turned into an amazing scorer. I'm not upset that they're getting beat by the 76ers. 76ers, these guys have been together for a long time. They're just a better team. Ain't nothing wrong with not just being a better team. They're just a better team than the Hawks. So it really is that simple. So when it all comes down to it, I don't care what happens to the Hawks. I'm extremely proud of what these guys did this year. You got a first-year head coach for the most part with the Hawks, not even a whole year. He did this and turned this team around, got them to a 5th seed, almost had them a 4th seed. They won the first round, and again, they just run into a better team. Sometimes you just got to give it all to the better team, and the 76ers is just a better team with the help of the refs. I don't see how a motherfucker have 47 fucking free throws and the whole Hawks team in itself combined outside of Trae Young have 45 free throws. I don't know how that happened, but no, you know how the NBA is. But you know what I'm saying? Like they got what they gotta do. Go in and find another scorer that's gonna I don't know if Lou is gonna come back. I'd like to see Lou Williams back, but they need to find another veteran. They need to find a veteran scorer that can go along with Bogey. And I don't know about Cam Reddish. I hold my thoughts on that. I don't know what they think of Cam Reddish. He gotta stay healthy. Like dude gotta stay healthy, man.
We don't know if John Collins getting that max contract either.
No. He the guy kind of exposed this series.
Right.
Tobias Harris is backing his ass down like he was a point guard right now.
Right.
But I said, yeah. But the thing is, like what I said with the Hawks, like it's still only 2-1. It's just the problem with this series is because Philadelphia has such a physical advantage over us as far as length and height and stuff. The Hawks have to play perfect basketball, and like I said, and that's what's killed them these last 2 games is the turnovers. Like I said, watching the game, it's turnovers. It's just like you got these guys, these big guys. They play in these passing lanes, and they literally just knocking your shit out your hand without nothing. And the B gonna go to the line like 20-something damn times a game because damn it, he's 7'3", 300 pounds. But the thing is, he's a skilled big man. It ain't like he's just a banger. He's a skilled big man.
Right.
I still have high hopes for Cam Reddish. I just think offensively it's more so confidence than anything. But as a defender, as a perimeter defender, he can give you that. His thing is just offensively. He just has. It's like once he starts getting going, like you said, the injuries come in. Once he starts getting going, he just gets hurt. So I still see the potential in Cam Reddish. I haven't given up on him, but John Collins, bro, I don't know if you're gonna get that max deal, boy. Because what I say right here, like that. You're gonna have to be a small forward because Tobias Harris literally shacked this dude the whole series.
No, I think the Hawks can let him go. I don't think he'll get that contract.
He ain't gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that max contract talking. That's a done deal. That's
I'm trading him. I'm letting Big O because Big O can sit up there. He can get rebounds and catch alleys too. That's all he's good for. That's all he's good for at this point. He's not a good defender. He's not a great shot blocker. We've seen Big O. He can give you that athleticism that John Collins provides. He can run the floor, and I don't know if he's a better free throw shooter. I think they're about the same for the free throws. I'm trading John Collins. If I'm the Hawks, I'm trading John Collins because again, we're getting exactly that from we may not be able to get the 3-point shooting, His ability to hit that, the 3-point shot may not be able to get that, but when it comes down to defense, rebounding, I think you can get that from Big O. I want to see how his offense progresses, but as far as that concerns, like I'm trading at this point. I'm trading Collins. I'm trying to get rid of him. Like if he's absolutely he's worthless to this team at this point. I don't think he provides anything that the Hawks need at this point. That we can get another 3-point shooter. I mean, that's pretty much what he did. We already got Clint Capella and Big O who can catch alleys and all that type of stuff. We can get that. He doesn't provide anything that we don't already have or we can't get.
Yeah. Like I said, that's the only thing that's been going wrong with this series with 76ers. Like I said, the team, like the Hawks ain't played bad as far as offensively. The problem was with them is the turnovers. And like I said, and that was the biggest difference between the Knicks series and this series. Like I said, Hawks been in these games, but it's like once they get close, then all of a sudden now the turnovers come. It's Trae Young with a bad pass. You got John Collins fumbling the ball over here. You got Bogey trying to do too much. You got Herter trying to do too much instead of just playing within the rhythm of the system. And I know Ben Simmons on Trae Young is kind of bothering him. Hell, it's kind of going to be bothering your ass if you got a 7-footer that can move just as quick as your ass.
And it's not even that. Nobody's scoring with Trae. That's the problem. And that's why I'm so upset with John Collins. He's supposed to be that second scorer. He's not scoring with a crap. So the only reason why they doubling Trae because nobody else is scoring. Bogey hasn't he's been consistent, but you need 3 scores in this league. You need 3 scores in this league. The Hawks only have 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
So would you trade him for Jaylen Brown?
No, I don't want that bomb either. They've been trying to give us Jaylen Brown for the last 2-3 years.
Shit. Cause I'm about to say if it was a chance that it could happen, I'll work a deal to get Aaron Gordon down here. He gave the same thing that John Collins does, but at least he'll work on the defensive side of the ball.
Right. Well, I mean, they're gonna have money to get somebody because I don't think they're gonna sign John Collins. So they can find somebody to play alongside Trae Young. I think they'll get somebody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cause you like you said, cause you got the pick and roll with Clint Capella.
Right.
You need a stretch 4 you can use as a starter because Danilo Gallinari is not a starting stretch 4. He's good coming off the bench. That's what his role is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
like I said, you need a second. You really need a legit second scorer, and they should be fine.
Yeah, yeah. So they got the foundation is there. They just missing some. They just missing a piece.
Yeah, and they're young too. I think with the average age is like
23 years old. Yeah,
23 years old.
These guys young. They got room to grow. Like I said,
exactly.
Fine, man. They'll be fine. Like I said, man, I don't think anybody really truly expected them to go to the Eastern Conference Final or even just going to the final. I didn't have that expectation. I just riding the wave, man.
Yeah, and then that, and like you said about the 76, they've been together for a long time. But you got to understand what they had to do to get that team. I mean, they literally tanked like 5 seasons just to get that team.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They've been on purpose tanking for like 4 or 5 seasons to get that team.
They're the reason why the NBA changed their draft rules just because of them.
Right. They were literally trying to get a lottery pick for like 4 or 5 years straight on purpose. And that's how they end up getting what? They end up getting B, then they got Okafor 1 year, and then that's how they got Ben Simmons. I mean, they had a whole bunch of talent come through there for like 4 or 5 years because they was basically tanking.
Mm-hmm, but they calling it trust the process. Nah, y'all tanking. That's what y'all doing.
It's called game the system. That's what they did.
Yeah. They use the analytics.
Right.
But
they game the system like hell. They're like, oh, we only need to win 14 games. All right, bet.
Today we got about 30%, about 40% chance of getting that number one overall pick.
Right. Like, let's win about 15, 16 games for the next 4 years. We'll get a team. We'll be ready then.
Right. Triple G said John Collins 6'11" and missing wide open layup.
Well, that's fun. I be screaming at people. Every time I see that nigga, he be laying the ball. I'm like, come on, bro.
Right contract though.
But hey, look, you be like, man, shit, you been trying to dunk all day. This is the one opportunity to dunk. You laying up and miss.
Right.
Oh Lord, look. Until I would say John Collins got that dirt cutter offensive vibe.
No, we're not doing that.
You can't get worse than Farmer Fran, bro.
You can't get worse than that, bro.
Old dirt cutter.
You could have said he got the Joe Johnson syndrome, but goddamn, I ain't going dirt cutter.
How do you know that? Because Joe Johnson actually will actually score. He try hard, but he actually will score. John Collins.
Did you see his playoff numbers with the Hawks? No, the hell he did.
They bad now. I know. They bad. I know. Bro.
Right.
John Collins is like he don't know what to do outside of catch an alley-oop. The only thing you know how to do.
All right, what you got, man? Kstlyz, that was your closing. What you got?
Oh man, we just.
Okay.
Oh, you want to go? All I'm gonna say that kind of was my closing, but I also want to say, like I said, we appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Damn, we're going on almost 3 hours on this damn thing, and y'all still in here tuning in with us.
Still rocking.
So we appreciate you. Like you said, just follow it, just Kstlyz on YouTube, just Kstlyz 87 on Twitter. Remember, hashtag AskKSTYLZ. Like I said, that's the reason why I want to do the 6-man convo, is because I want people to give me a topic that they want to see me talk about. Mm-hmm. So that would be y'all contribution to that show as well. Like I said, man, Atlanta Falcon Nation, it ain't going nowhere. We here to stay. Mm-hmm. That's a whole purpose. I actually had a quote for that shit, but I forgot about it. I gotta find the video where I said it at so I can remember that. Right. It was something dope I said. But like I said, we appreciate that, man. Like I said, I appreciate ATM. I appreciate VF Ball over here tuning in with us on this Friday Night Madness. That's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah, man. I'll just go ahead and end real quick because I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down. I appreciate everybody who came through talking more Atlanta Falcons football, talking a little bit of Atlanta sports as well, talking about these Hawks. Hey, the series ain't over, but we'll see what happens. I mean, they are a better team, but stranger things happen. But like I said, we're gonna keep talking about this football team. I think it's nowhere else to go but up, and I think we got real good people in place to go, up and even further. So we're gonna keep talking about the moves they make and what they do on the field, and go into preseason and have more things to comment on. As far as my channel, you should find it. Just go to type in First and Frame Rates. I'll be right there. Pop right on up. Got a bunch of Atlanta Falcons stuff right there. To be talking about it pretty much every day. I put a video up and just pretty much continue to talk about this team, and that's pretty much it. Oh, you can always find me on Twitter as well, VF Baller. And I got an Instagram. I just need to set it up, and I will set it up. I'll let y'all know what's going on with that.
Yes, sir. ATM.
Y'all have a blessed night, man. I'm gonna go and go.
All right,
man.
All right, y'all.
Once again, Mike and Kstlyz, thank you for letting me join the show. Everybody in the comment section, y'all know what to do. Follow AFN. Follow everybody on this panel. Hey, man, we need to get Kstlyz to 1K subscribers, man. We need to get Kstlyz to 1K subscribers. And follow me on Twitter at ATM0534. I'm the receipt man.
You damn sure is the receipt man.
coupon, man.
Boy, he got so many receipts he could write them off on his taxes. That's how many receipts. You better watch what you say, because it's gonna come back on your head. Hey, you make a good lawyer with that too.
But that's it, man. Like I said before, man, you guys continue to support us here at Atlanta Falcons Nation. Hit that subscribe button. We are 5 subscribers away. 5 away from 1,500. Hey, man, we're trying to get to at least 2K before the season begins in September. So we have 2 months, almost 2 months, to try to get to 2K. So you guys definitely hit Atlanta Falcons Nation up. But that be boy Kstlyz, man. He's sitting at 300 or something. We're trying to get him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get him to 1K. All right, man, let's get him to 1K. You guys head to his channel. Leave comments, all right? Again, we want to say this, all right? In the comment section, everybody videos, everybody's channel. Ask Mad Mike, ask Kstlyz, ask VF Baller, all right? And give us a comment of what you videos that you like, ideas. Help us get the ideas. We want to make these videos, all right? So give us some comments, something to think about. Something that we need to, like I do the fan breakdown. You want me to look at something, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? So just give us a comment. Just leave hashtag X Matt Mike, X Kstlyz, X VF Baller, and on our respective channels, and we will get to those videos as soon as possible, man. Like I said, we work for the people. Whatever y'all want, we give it to you. All right. So with that being said, man, go ahead.
Hold on, I was about to say I remember what the quote is. This the new AFN quote. The new AFN quote is, "We ain't here to play, we here to stay."
That man got a quote for everything. Run the damn ball. We ain't here to play. You got a quote for everything.
Hey, and do your damn job.
Hey, I got a lot to say. I don't talk during the day. When I'm at work, I do my job. Yeah. That's the AFN new slogan. We ain't here to play, we here to stay.
I got that.
Hey, shit, bro. That sounds like that's a t-shirt right there.
Don't say that. That reminds me of Dan Quinn, man.
Oh my God. No,
all right, scrap the phrase. He said Dan Quinn, scrap the phrase.
All right, man. With that being said, man, again, y'all, I thank you guys for supporting us, man. Hey, man, you ain't got to go home.
But you got to get the
hell up out of there.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.